Want to show some love? You want to support the show? There's no better way than rocking some Advice Unfiltered gear. Head over to adviceunfiltered.com, click on the merch store, grab your favorites, and level up your look. Post it, tag it, rep it loud. Use the hashtag AdviceUnfilteredPodcast and let the community see you. Because this isn't just merch, it's a movement.
Hello. Oh! Check this out. We're here.
Look at us.
We're here.
All right. Welcome,
What
everybody. So what is this? You know what? It's yeah. So
Right.
we are season 2, episode 7.
Season 2, episode 7. All
Yeah,
right.
you know what
Should
I
we do the introduction right away?
Yeah,
I really want to talk to Buzz.
we're
I
excited.
really want to talk to Buzz. We have a great guest today.
What's going on?
You guys are going to see him in a minute. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I want to welcome you to the one and only, the award-winning Singles Podcast for Health and Wellness, and up for another award for relationship status, so please go vote. The only show that matters, Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony.
All right.
Special guest.
Special guest. What's going on?
What is happening, guys?
You excited?
I'm here having a good time, man.
This is Buzz. Look, there's Buzz. Look, he got a blues.
Yeah.
I just saw that. He's got blues on.
Yeah,
This is Buzz Dave, everybody. Buzz Dave has his own podcast that you should definitely check out. Buzz, you want to introduce it? Tell everybody what it is.
So it is the Buzz. BuzzWorthy Radio is my show. I'm also on an award-winning podcast.
Yes, he
Fucking
is.
right, baby.
That's how we roll.
That is how we roll here. And if you want to watch a podcast where I interview celebrities, that is the show for you. So
Yes.
please check it out. I'm on Spotify. I'm everywhere.
Harrison Ford, everybody. I
Yes.
interviewed Harrison Ford.
We're going to get into that.
Yeah.
We're going to get into
I
that.
interviewed Harrison Ford.
Yes.
I
I mean,
I can't wait. I can't wait to hear all about that, bro.
yeah, it's actually when I got up that morning, that's how I got the idea to run the clip, was because I saw your stuff at Harrison Ford, and I was like, oh, this is it, baby. So, all right, as always, welcome to Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony. If you are joining us on any one of the cameras, we appreciate you. Thank you, TikTok and Instagram. Thank you, Facebook. If you want the best experience possible, I always say it every episode, go to
YouTube.
YouTube, we can see your comments. We can actually, you can ask
interact
questions.
with us.
Yeah, it's the
You
best.
become part of this. If you go to YouTube, you become part of the show.
Yes, part of the
Yeah.
show, baby.
Yes.
So, as always, we go around the room and say hi. First off, our man in command, he comes every now and then. He's so famous, he graces us with his presence randomly, but it's always exciting. Ming, how you doing, baby?
I'm doing great, guys.
Yeah, good to see
Oh,
you.
man.
What's
Good
going
to be
on?
back in the Advice Unfiltered compound.
Yeah.
It's just like Wayne Manor from Batman.
I feel
Right,
like
right.
every time you come, I know you might be coming. I think to myself, let me add something and see if he notices. It's just every time I add a little something extra, some new
Little
can,
something more.
little something, just
Just
a little something. So everything's going good.
Everything's going great, guys.
Nice.
It just got better because I'm
Ah, that's what I'm
Right?
talking
That's
about.
all-
Yeah,
that's all
we
we're
love
here.
seeing you. So
That's
here.
great.
Thank you, guys.
And as always, I don't see him as often, so I actually have to catch up with him because I have no clue what he's ever up to.
Thank you, son.
For all I know, he's on movie sets or traveling the world jet setting. But
Who?
you,
Me?
yeah, I don't
Oh.
see. I don't see it anymore.
Well, I
much
figured
of the
that you
week.
were talking about me because
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm talking about Buzz. That's what I'm talking about Buzz. He's the one
Well,
who keeps going.
I got Buzz a good intro next. He's got a good one.
I've been doing good. No, I figured I've been doing a lot, man. You know, I did a photo shoot this week for the book, the cookbook coming out.
But you look great.
Thank you.
You look really good.
Yeah, that cookbook's gonna be fun, man. So for anybody that doesn't know, me and this guy Dominic DeFalco, who was on Sugar Rush on Netflix. He and I got together. We connected. He's got his own health journey. I'm helping him on that health journey. And then we brainstormed about what we could do to make a cookbook that was easy for you. Because listen, the hardest part about getting in shape is the food. You know what I mean? So I have a phenomenal chef, a celebrity chef that I worked with him. and we came up with ideas and foods and platters that would be good for everybody. It would help with a lot of ailments too, like ALS or Parkinson's or stuff like that. Just foods that help with the digestive system and any kind of inflammation and all that stuff there. So there's a bunch of foods in there, and a bunch of snacks and everything else to be cool. And the book, the title is The Best in You. So it's the Best in You cookbook. I don't know where I came up with that from. Yeah, so it's the Best in You cookbook, and then there will be a cooking show. So we're also gonna have a cooking show. Me and Dominic, and I'm gonna have all you guys on.
I was gonna say,
I was getting ready to say, are you going to invite us to this?
Obviously,
I watched you shoot the promo, and by the way, like I said, the promo is fantastic. And I think what I appreciate the most is like, both of you have great skill sets and you're bringing them together.
Yes.
Right. Like you got this award-winning chef, and then plus I love the fact that you're thinking about recipes for people who have ailments, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I know you'll tell more about it when the time comes. But the whole idea of it's awesome. But I'm watching it last night, and I just go, I wonder. Do I have to ask him to be on the show? Like, do I get to be a guest? Like, do I get to sit in a chair? Like, do I get to come?
I wasn't even gonna ask him. I was just gonna show up.
Yeah, no, it's all in the works, man. So we already talked about having guests come on the show. Because here's the thing, like I do know how to cook, right? I know how to cook steaks and fish, and I've been cooking for years since my oldest son was a kid. Because he long story behind that, he called me out one day. I kept inviting girls over for dinner. Like, I know how to cook, and I go buy the Stouffer's lasagna. You know what I mean? I buy the Stouffer's lasagna.
Okay.
I'm like, yeah, I made that fucking shit. You know what I mean? And then one day, my oldest son Isaiah blew my spot up, and he's like, man, he burns cookies. I was like, yo, man, he must have my back, And so I learned how to cook. I started watching Gordon Ramsay and all that stuff, and I learned how to cook. But I am a novice chef, right? So, but I've been doing fitness and nutrition for a long time, and I know what works. And I've worked with people with ailments because of my training. And then Dominic's just a phenomenal chef. And again, he's been on his own health journey. He has his own ailments that he's going through, which when me and him have the show, we'll let him talk about more. But he's really all gung-ho about helping people, and we want to make it simple, right? Because I think the hardest thing about getting healthy is eating, right? So we're gonna have it set up that when you watch the show, there'll be a little cart at the end of the show that you'll be able to hit the button, and everything we just cooked will come right up out there, and it'll come right to your house.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Right? So it'll be nice and simple and stuff like that. So that was the idea behind this, is that you're gonna see a novice chef with a really good chef, and we're gonna learn how to do this together. And make it easy and see how much fun it really, really is. And then have guests on, too. It's going to be fun. Yeah, so the Best in You cooking show and the Best in You cookbook, which a genius idea.
I love the name. I think all of it sounds great. There's a couple cooking shows I follow where, like, the guests just actually come to eat. So, they sit at the edge, watch you guys
that's
make
what
that's what I'm saying.
That's what we'll do. So they'll have a little placement for dinner and everything else. And what's great about this whole thing, too, is it ties into the fitness app that I also have coming out, right? The Hardcore Synergy Fitness app. Because I'm trying to make a 360 here, like a one-stop shop. Like you go get your food, get your workout, have your day planned, and just make it as easy as possible for people so there's no excuses to be healthy. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, I'm excited about that. So I did that this weekend. And then what else do I got going on? Oh, I got a photo shoot coming up this weekend. And then I got the gala.
The gala.
The gala this week.
Yeah, the Eat Clean Bro fundraiser.
Yep.
Which is going to be fun. And then I was on Buzz's show on Friday. I was on Buzz's show, which is amazingly fun, man. We were talking for 2.5 hours, and it felt like 30 minutes.
When did it drops? When
it drops Monday.
Drops Monday. Good. Okay.
Love that.
I already have it edited, ready to go. It's like it's literally sitting in there, and it's just ready to release.
I love that. That was a great time, man. Listen, I've done a lot of interviews. I've done a lot of podcasts. I was so honored to be on Buzz's podcast just for the simple fact that this guy just interviewed Harrison Ford. You know what I mean? Like he just interviewed
I love
Harrison.
that this is where it goes back to.
Yeah, it's like
it just goes back to Harrison Ford.
And I got to tell you, Buzz was just excited to talk to me, and I was just so honored. I just thought it was really cool. So again, I'm very thankful I was on your show, bro.
I appreciate you coming on. Yeah,
cool,
it's
man.
a home run because think about it, like people found all of a sudden they saw these clips of you interviewing Harrison Ford, and immediately go, what else does this guy do? And the very next person, Christopher David, baby. Right after another. That's what I'm talking about.
Right? Yeah, that was
That's
cool.
great
man.
exposure.
No, it was very cool. I was very honored to be on it, Buzz. It was a great interview, man. Like I told him, like the best thing, if you haven't watched his show, the best thing that Buzz does, that he does better than any other guy, person that's interviewing a actor or an artist, if you watch him, especially when he interviews Harrison Ford. If you watch him interview people, he actually knows what the fuck he's talking about. Like he's not just interviewing them, but he's a fan of the craft and the characters they play.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I thought was really cool about how you interview people, right? Like you literally take the time to get to know the character they're playing, and you ask them questions about how they related to that character, which a lot of people don't do, right? They're just like, oh my God, you're that person. So you got really in depth with it. So I'm very honored to be on your show. So that was very cool.
It's funny you said that because it's true, because I have friends who are in that industry that literally say to me, they know if you don't watch the show.
Yeah.
They know if you don't know their work. And I make sure I know their work because I'm, one, a fan of them, and also I want to know what they're up to.
Yeah.
So I definitely don't want to come off being like, as you just said, that fan going, oh my God, it's you, and I just want to interview you for clout. I actually want to talk to you because I want to know you as a person as well as the character and how you relate to the character.
Yeah.
I mean, I did, oh my gosh, maybe five interviews today because I've been promoting South by Southwest, and literally it was just back to back to back, but it was also, as you just said, I watched their movies that it's premiering this week at South by Southwest. I watched their screeners. I related to their characters, and I spoke to them about it. And the one person who I talked to today literally said this comment, I'm so glad that you picked that out, that you were able to pick up on that story and how you were able to pick up on that storyline and that relation to me as a person and then that character. And that, to me, as soon as they say that thing, that's where I go in my head.
Boom, you did it.
I did it.
Yeah, clicked.
Yeah.
That's gold right there.
Yep.
That's gold, bro.
Yep.
I love that about you, man.
I can't tell you how many. By the way, no joke, he literally got done talking because I was talking to him. He's telling me how amazing of a time he had. So, truly kudos to you. I cannot tell you how many memes I've watched where people are doing the interview and they don't even know the show that the person's really in.
They don't even know.
And they mess it up, and the actor is like, why am I doing this? You don't even know. Did you watch any of it? And it goes off the rails.
That's the thing. So I think go back to tie into what we talked about last week, because we're getting to Buzz's story. Actually, you know what? I'll let you tell your story, and then I'll go back to all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll let you tell your story, and then just remind me I had something to say.
Okay.
So let's introduce our guest.
Yes.
Introduce our
Sorry,
guest.
we're just so excited. Bro. We're like, yeah, by the way, what's up, bro?
All right.
It's literally what happened.
All right, we talked about this. Some of the things me and you talked about pre-show, but we'll talk about it again just because a lot of people will know. So we constantly call you Buzz, but what
You do.
What's the
Yes.
name? What's your name that you actually go by? I said Nev, right?
Yes, and I did tell you that is my nickname as well. But I told Chris this on the show when we recorded it. I actually like it when people in the podcast community only call me Buzz.
Yeah, we love calling you Buzz.
I don't like anybody calling me by my real name or my nickname and Buzz is my nickname for the podcast people because that's my family.
Yeah.
That's really my family, and that's what I want them to know me as.
Navell J. Lee.
Yeah, Navell J. Lee, yeah.
Hey.
And you got it right, too, on the
did.
first try.
Right.
You got it right on the first try. Nobody
can
can do that on the first try. You
Navell
did.
J.
I have, just like he
Are
said.
we going to clip that? We're going to have to clip that.
Should we do it again? Wait.
Wait. Let's do that again.
3, 2, 1. Navell J. Lee.
Look at that. Look at that.
For $15, we'll
You
cut
realize that's going to go on my show as the intro?
Yeah.
Love that. Do it.
when we get done with the show, you can have him do the whole thing, and it'll be like BuzzWorthy Radio.
BuzzWorthy Radio.
So, yeah.
Buzzman.
Yes.
I am the Buzzman. That's
Buzzman.
true. I am.
Love that.
That is true.
So that's, I only asked because I told you when he got here, I'm like, I was looking, going.
No, you can continue to call me Buzz. It's
Yeah,
fine.
it's fine. So, but all right, so BuzzWorthy Radio.
Yes.
The Buzz. You have 20 years in podcasting, entertainment journalism. You interview major actors and actresses. You cover red carpet events, award shows, film festivals, and press junkets. And you also appear at colleges helping students learn more about the industry, as you are about to do in the next coming weeks at Salem, right?
Yeah, Sunday.
So,
That's cool.
welcome to the show.
Thank
officially.
you. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, so as always, I'm going to go through some quick notes, top of the line things, and then what we're going to do is we're going to jump right in.
Okay.
And I have a ridiculous amount of people who had questions for you, some which
Okay.
you can imagine are good, and some which are advice unfiltered. So it kind of it really goes off the rails.
I'm ready.
So, and it's really cool because in a good way, you know how the show works. You'll be able to chime in on some cultural things that go on, and then we'll be able to clip in and tell people what you think of the world. So it's awesome that way. So shout out first off to the Advice Unfiltered Ambassador Program. Yes, we've finished up. We did interviews with some people. We have another group of people coming in, so shout out to you. You know who you are. It's exciting when more people start to join the community. And myself and Chris get so excited to meet these people and work with them for the next few weeks. And, look, if you missed your opportunity because you were like, I don't know if I should or shouldn't, what I would tell you is just interview. I think a lot of people not only got a benefit from interviewing us, whether you got selected or not, it helped us be able to point you in the right direction if we couldn't help you. But also, me and Chris talk about this all the time. You even reaching out to us is taking the first step. And that's the biggest step of all, is truly saying, I'm going to invest in myself, right? So we had some really great people do that. So shout out to everybody who joined the group. And I guess we just passed this. So happy International Women's Day that just passed. So, that's going to be great. So happy, there you go.
We're still celebrating International Women's Month.
I just feel, well, it's actually, I don't know. It's supposed to be International Women's Day / International Women's History Month.
Women's History Month, yeah.
It's Women's History Month, right? So I guess we celebrate
So
all the
shout out to all the women out there.
Shout out to the ladies.
Shout out to all the ladies.
And
Shout out to the ladies.
The last one, and probably, I don't want to say most importantly, but I'm going to say most importantly, we are up and we are finalists for the top podcast in 2026 for relationship and dating advice and overall wellness. That is right. Your boys are up again for some awards.
Yes.
Yes. So
Yes.
voting. So Ming's going to
bring
share.
it up, Ming. Bring it up. We want everybody to vote.
You
Go
can
vote.
vote every single day.
I just voted before the show
And by
started.
the way, shout
Love you,
out,
bro.
thank you. And but if we take this home, we'll find out on Friday, which is great. Voting ends Thursday night. Friday they announce the winners. You can vote every single day. We love you. Please
Make other accounts to vote.
Yeah, we can do whatever you think is necessary to drive up the vote. But, again, first off, it's really just a testament to you guys, the audience, all of you that are watching, because we answer your questions. This show would not exist without the people that come on here and give us the trust and the faith to answer some of their deepest, darkest secrets or some of the questions they want. So really, it's a lot of, this award's really about you.
Yep.
And just think that if we win this award as a community, we will be the top podcast for self-help, self-improvement, relationship and dating advice, and overall wellness. Put that on your fucking mantle. Put it right here with some awards. And I promise you, if we win, I'm going to clip it the moment that Chris looks at the camera and says, I am Christopher David, relationship expert. From the last episode.
Listen, you have to vote.
Yes.
This isn't about us. This is about
You.
showing all my ex-girlfriends they were wrong. you want to do that with me.
Yes.
You want to help Chris prove that he was right.
You want to help, just for once in my life, I was right. That's it. That's all I want. Just one time. You know?
Yeah, we talked about it.
So funny.
I know I have exes out there that are like, motherfucker.
So funny. So funny. I was like, that clip last week was fucking hilarious. It was so funny.
amazing.
I had more people write into the show and comment to me that and actually myself and my wife were on date night and we were walking through a restaurant and the guy stops me and he goes, hey, Advice Unfiltered. And I'm like, yeah. And we start talking and he goes, I just want you to know, I have not laughed so hard. And I go, and of course I go, what episode? I'm trying to think of it.
Right.
He goes, I laughed with Chris for 30 straight minutes.
Just the irony in it all, bro. Just the irony on it. Like, you have no idea. Like, if we win that, just for the simple fact, like, all right, first off, awards are awards. You guys being here is the most important thing. Like, you guys are literally why we're in any category at all. So thank you so much. Win or lose, we still win because we have you, right? That's the most important thing. But the irony.
I love it.
The irony. If I win, we all win this award together. The irony for me to just be able to hold it up and go, yes, I was right. I was right the whole time. Just for once, it would be amazing.
Yeah, I told you I'm so excited for you. And look, because I understand there'll be, when you win these awards, and you know this. First of all, it ain't cheap, right?
No.
Like you have to submit your show and roll the dice and invest in all this money to hope that you have a chance and hope it's not rigged. And not that any of this is. I'm just saying, like, you roll that dice, right? Yeah. Ming's like, yeah, I know. Ming's like, I'm aware.
Yeah.
So it's an expense, but I really, the first time we did it and this time I did it, I really mean this. I wholeheartedly think in my head that we deserve to be in that category.
No, 100%.
And it's so nice. But this was the best thing. So for you guys who don't know how it works, if you win, you still have to pay for the award.
You have to pay for the
don't just
statue.
get
No,
it.
you just don't get it.
You would never think that. You would think
Yeah.
you won. They would
Yeah.
give you yours for free.
There are some that you don't have to pay for the statue, especially if there are events you go to. I
Yeah.
think the one that you're going to Friday, you don't have to pay for it.
No?
I don't think you do.
Oh, you do. I know it is. I know how much it is. Well,
I
I
went-
was told it was.
Okay, because I went to one that I also won a second award for. I paid to go to the event, but I didn't pay for the award.
Well, okay, so that's a good distinction. I believe you still pay for the award, but let's say you don't. Still pay for the award.
you still have to pay,
right?
You still have to pay.
But I only
Yeah.
bring it up because I will spend any amount of money to get two. Usually we just get one for the here, and those weren't cheap. So
Right.
but I want nothing more than Chris to have one. And some point in the future, when he gets in an argument with whoever he's dating,
Dude,
I just want to see the
I
text where
literally
he's
would leave it in my car.
Yeah, just
Right in the passenger seat with a seatbelt around it.
Oh, he said
You're gonna have
that.
to see-
That's all I would do. I would just
That's gonna be my baby right here.
I want a good morning, and to just sit with a seatbelt on.
I
it.
literally want the camera to pan over to the passenger seat with it in the seatbelt.
I was in the back seat going, Dad, why do I got to sit back here?
Dog.
I'm like, shh.
Oh, I love it.
No. Stay back there.
Oh, this is gonna be so much
This
fun.
award earned this seat, son.
The fact that you even included Avery in the backseat has even made this better.
I love this award more than you.
Yes.
right. Just saying, you're up there, but I earned that one.
What have you done for me lately?
right? So funny.
Janet
No, it'd be
Jackson would like a
man.
word.
It'll be cool. So yes, please go vote. The whole point is please go vote if you can do that. And I want to go back to the ambassador program. 'Cause
Yeah.
people we met this weekend. It was what,
Yes.
Sunday. Congratulations. I can't say this enough for everybody that joins our program. This is about you. This is about you taking control of your life and about you taking that first step. And even you just question yourself if you should do it or not. That's your inner voice telling you that you're ready to change. So either you do it with us or you're going to do it on your own. Just know that little voice in your head that says, hey, should I do this program that might make my life better? That is your inner voice telling you that you need to do something to change, to grow. That is your wake-up call. So whether you do it with us or not, just listen to that voice. Say, I need to do something a little better, right? So everybody that joined the program, I just want to say thank you. And thank you for trusting us, and thank you for joining the program. And I'm really, really excited to see you guys change your lives and see you guys become your heroes in your own life. So, yeah.
Yeah. And with that being said, all right. So we are here specifically to not only, because we shoot every Tuesday, but it is the Oscars previews. We've been thinking about this episode for a long time. We're
Yeah.
so excited to fucking have you. So
I'm excited to be here.
Before we even get into your actual story, because part of what we always love is, how you started, where you come from, all that stuff, and I want to get to it. How did you, and I know you were up for an award, so can you just start with, because we met you at the Signal Awards.
Yes.
So, how did your Signal journey start? I'm just interested, you won the award? Did you know you were going? Because we joke about it. The best thing about going to that Signal Awards was meeting you. We mean it.
Listen, it was great that we got the awards, but literally, you were the coolest thing that we met there. You know what I mean? It was.
We talked about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
And that was, honestly, I even told you the same thing. I said, honestly, you were both the best things that I met at that party. And I met a lot of people there, and they were great. Yeah. But you were the most fun.
Yeah, right? No,
you were the most fun.
It was almost like a divine intervention, too, because, we were there early. We got to the Signals Awards early. And,
I was not. I was running on Chris time.
Yeah, you were on Chris time. We got there early, and we met a bunch of people. We even stood in line to get our pictures taken, and then we kept doing what we typically do and saying how we could do it better. If we could, we could have made this line a lot more efficient.
Yeah, we could have.
You know what I mean?
All over the place.
I didn't even understand it at first when I got into
that
the
whole
line.
line thing was stupid. It took way too long to take the picture. It could have been a lot quicker. We could have done it 3 times if we did the way we wanted to.
Yes.
And So then me and Tony are sitting there talking, and you come walking.
I literally walked up.
You come walking down the hallway, dude,
up.
looking pimped out too.
Yes.
Look good, man.
Thank you.
Look,
Humbly, thank you. I did not expect anything to come from it because I actually submitted for the Signal Awards a year prior to that.
Okay.
And I did not get
Now, what
finalist.
category did you go in?
For this one or the one before?
For this one.
For this one, I did Best Video Podcast Guest.
Oh, nice.
So I submitted an episode that I recorded when I was on location in Austin, Texas, when I
Okay.
interviewed Jane Seymour,
Uh-huh.
Sherry Appleby, who used to be on Roswell, and we were promoting the 15th anniversary of Unreal. That was on Lifetime. And Paul Powell, who had shows on Acorn TV. So I submitted my journey at ATX, and that's what won me a silver. So
Nice.
That's awesome,
so,
bro.
yeah, that was very surprising considering that the year before, but I also think I submitted in the wrong category the year prior to that. Is the reason why I did not make it into the final round. But I was very proud of that episode. It was one of those things where it kind of, you touched on in the beginning, I was proud of that work. I was fucking proud of that work. And I was ready to submit, and I was like, I know I'm going to get something from this. And then when I got the email in the morning when it said you were a finalist, I said, I fucking knew it. I
Yeah,
fucking
bro.
knew it.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So I
Love that for
celebrated.
you.
I celebrated that in the entire time when it was going down, and then of course voting happened for Listener's Choice, and then I was in third place until Mel Robbins a week later.
Oh, Mel Robbins. Yeah, well.
Until Mel
Juggernaut.
Robbins came in and said, "Vote for us." I said, "All right, I concede."
Oh, yeah.
I raised my hands. I said,
I just got her
concede.
book.
Yeah, I mean,
just got her book.
yeah,
But I was just honored to get into the finalists, and then when I found out that it was a silver, because it's in those things when you see them, it's gold, silver, and bronze. And
Yeah.
the fact
Yeah.
that it was a silver winner, my first year, I said, "Yeah, I'm not gonna knock that." That was
No, dude, it's
Oh.
amazing.
that was amazing to me, and I literally celebrated that like until Kingdom Come, and then when I got to see you guys for the first time, I knew who you were because you guys showed up in my algorithm because people liked your stuff and commented on it. I never followed you. I didn't know who you were, and then you just kept popping up when I joined TikTok, and I was like, "Who the fuck are these
Yeah,
silver
we're,
foxes in my thing?"
we're
Like,
annoying like that.
We're annoying. we just like to show up people's houses.
literally, I'm like, "Who are these guys showing it?"
to me.
Like, who are they? I'm like, why is this stranger who has gray fucking hair telling me good morning? I'm going like, no, go, no. And then I
Then he
checked out your
grows.
stuff, and then I was like, you know what? He's positive, and then we need that right now. And honestly, he gets a follow from me. So there you go. And then I found out you guys had a podcast, and then I was going, okay, they have a podcast. I need to check it out. And that's when I checked your show out, and I was like, okay, this shit is funny.
Right?
This shit is funny. And then I saw you guys come through. I recognized you right away. We get to talking, and then everybody that came up to talk to us literally thought we knew each other for at least years.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all
'Cause
thought we were-
everybody literally
we all
asked
thought they
us-
were part of a group.
Yeah.
They did. They were going like, "Did you guys? Do you
What's your
guys have
show?
a-"
What's your show, guys?
They did. They were asking us, "Do you guys do a show together?" And no.
It was like I said, I can't emphasize enough how cool it was, man, when you came up and you're like, hey, man, I know you. And it just clicked. Like, just clicked. Like you said, you've been family ever since.
Yeah.
I mean, and listen, for me and Tony both, thank you for for always sharing our show, for
Always.
always promoting it, bro. We always see you pop up when you're watching. Honestly, thank you, dude. It's very humbling for me, man. Thank you.
I got a support jersey.
Yeah,
That's it.
There you go.
Yeah. So, all right. So good for that. So let's get into knowing you more. Let's see what's going on with you. So, all right. So it's we generally like to go back because for us, it's especially in Chris's story and the stuff that we've been through. A lot of what we appreciate the most is really just coming up. Like, how did you even get to the point where you knew maybe that's something you wanted to do? Was it always, or was there a struggle? Like, can you take us back to the beginning, Buzz?
Back when I was a boy.
When I was a real boy.
When I was a boy. I love that you remember that. In case you didn't know, there is an Instagram video where I literally said, "I'm a real boy."
He's a real boy.
I did. I'm so glad you remember that.
I pay attention, bro.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I pay attention.
So this was not something that I ever thought about doing. It was not something that was even in my radar. And I wanted to do something in computers. I wanted to do something in technology. That was the line of work. That was the line of things that I wanted to do when I went into college. That was my focus, was doing computer technology. I literally had a friend of mine tell me, "You love TV so much. Why don't you do a podcast about it?" My first reaction was, what the fuck is a podcast? I don't know what it was, because you have to think about it. This is 2006.
Yeah.
Podcasts really weren't the mainstream medium as it is right now. So nobody really knew what a podcast was, how to start one, how to edit one, how to do all of the technical things behind a podcast back in those days. So I had no idea what to do. I pretty much tried it. and I was recording through the speakers. I remember this. I was recording through the speakers when I had a guest on. And I was like, this is not functional. There's no way I could do this. And I literally looked at giving up. And then there was a platform that came out that I was able to do live shows and take callers in and have people call in as guests to talk to them. And it was great. It really helped launch what I was doing. And it made me fall in love with the craft. It made me fall in love with using my voice, because I think that's one of the things that I loved about it the most. I grew up as somebody who was very sheltered. I never wanted to leave the house. If you look at me now, you would not believe that about me, because I'm literally the person that talks to everybody, as you've seen. But I was not that guy. I literally never wanted to talk to anybody. I didn't want to associate with anybody. In no uncertain terms, I hated people. So I hated humans. And this comes from because of the fact I had trust issues. I still do, but not to the extent of it was when I was younger. I was bullied as a kid, especially during my school years, and I didn't really have. Love you, thank you. I didn't really have a voice. I wasn't able to speak up for myself back then. And I felt that when I started my show, when I started the podcast, it helped me break me out of the shell and break me into a world where I can be confident in myself and learn how to speak up for myself. And that's one of the greatest gifts I ever gotten from it, is because it helped me grow as a person. It helped me stand up for myself. It helped me be who I am right now. So thank you for 20 years of just basically me being Nav.
I love that, bro. So you're saying the podcast gave you a voice?
It did.
Yeah, that's fucking amazing, right? Isn't that cool as shit? How it took you out of your comfort zone?
It really did, because because again, I never expected it to pop off the way that it did.
Yeah.
I was just doing it for fun, because I loved TV and I love talking about TV and I love talking to people within that industry. I didn't expect anything to come from it. I didn't expect to be invited to stuff. I didn't expect to do red carpet stuff. This was not anywhere in
the vision board.
Not at all. And when it happened, I was like, okay, we're actually making this happen. We're actually making this a real thing. And right now I'm just sitting here going, this is fucking amazing. Look at what I was able to accomplish from this. And for people to say, especially in the beginning, because I had people that looked at it that really did not pay attention to it. They knew about it. They didn't really want to support it until later on. And to your point, I laugh at you when you always bring up Harrison Ford. It honestly was the Harrison Ford moment that people really started picking up on my show.
Yeah.
Mainly locally, people local to me. Because then that's when people just walked up to me and was like, you talked to Harrison Ford? You actually met Harrison Ford? And I didn't know that this was a serious avenue for you. I didn't know that you were actually doing the work to make this happen. And I'm sitting here going, where were you at 20 years ago?
Right? Where were you at?
Where were you at 20 years ago? And this is why, because I said this to you, and I'm telling everybody right now, I see you supporting me now. I do see you. Don't think I forgot when you didn't support me.
Yeah, right. Amen to that one, dude. So,
we talk about it all the time. The challenge, even for us, and building this show is, and I always say this. It's a little different. It's a little different, maybe for me, but in the same respect, it's interesting. We talk about it all the time that when we started this, like our family, our friends, the people you would think would be the first people being like, hey, like, I know you're a hard worker. Like, hey, I know you're a good person. Like, you can do this. People were like, oh, you're doing a podcast? Like, whatever. And then it wasn't until we really started winning awards. And then all of a sudden people were like, because you know what it is? It's like people start doing this. And this is, I won't say everybody, but I started getting this. People are like, oh, you post a lot. Why?
Yeah.
Like I am trying to work a full-time job and be a parent and then still trying to pursue a dream. And I would think that you just, for your friends and family would cheer you on. I have family I still has never seen an episode ever. And it's like, but that's where like, it's interesting that I always say the strangers are like the first people to like come to you and be like, I appreciate you, changed my life. And then of course, a year later, all of a sudden you run into somebody and go, oh, you're really doing that thing.
Yep.
You're like, yeah, like every fucking Tuesday for a year and a half. But was there, when you made this transition, to getting the courage to do. By the way, I don't even know if we would know what a podcast was in 2007.
No.
I wouldn't. But
I think we're still blogging.
yeah, I was like, I think at a
I didn't even have a blog then. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have a blog either.
Was there a person? Was there a moment? Was it you that was just like, "Hey, I'm gonna do this"? Like it was just, or it was the thought? Was it just you picking up and just believing in yourself?
Yeah, actually, it was my friend and shout out to Roger Newcomb. He really was the one that gave me my start because he had me do voiceover work at the time on his shows that he was doing, and that was when he pitched the idea to me to do it. But it really was me just basically going, I can do this. I can make this happen. And it's something that I love. It's something that I love to do. It's something that I love to talk about. So for me, it definitely was me just going right in and doing it and having the courage to do it because I loved it so much.
Yeah. The when you're thinking about you're going back to 20 years, right? Now, first of all, it's a medium that really doesn't exist. What was there like a first guest? Was there like a moment where you were like, oh shit, like I get to interview, like, because you have to imagine, and like his story is very similar, right? Like, and I listen to Chris's story a lot of times. It's that like people look at Chris, and this is what I know. He's probably right now the person I know the most has put the most time into a dream, like legitimately 10 years of grinding and fucking all. And I know a lot of the shit he's been through. It's nuts. And then people will go, oh man, you're lucky because you're just ... Or it's because you look and you're like, oh, you didn't see the 10 years of shit when nobody followed me and I was just doing this when it didn't count, right?
I told you about that. I mean, when me and Nev had our conversation on the podcast, we were talking about this whole thing about the people closest to you not supporting what you do, and it was something I learned a long time ago. And I was telling them how you were hurt by it. You know what I mean? Because it was new to you, right? Like and I was telling him, I was like, Tony's one of those people that if you're his friend, he'll do whatever he can to help you. Like that's what I love about Tony. Like if you're his friend, if he let you in his circle and you're doing something, he's the first one fucking sharing it, promoting it, fucking liking it, fucking telling all his friends to watch it out. And so when it came back around and nobody did that for him, I saw how hurt he was. You know what I mean? And I understood that pain because we've all been there, right? We've all been there. I mean, I sent my father, my real father, and my mother that video clip of me being on the news talking about fitness.
Right.
A week later, I started hearing me back. I go, yeah, man. Did you watch what I sent you? And they're like, oh, yeah, wait, no. Oh, that's amazing. When did you do that? Fucking like I did it the day I sent it to you. Like freaking, so I get it, but at the same time, it makes you appreciate the followers that we have.
Yeah, of course.
The people that watch our shows, the people that vote and share our shows and support it, man. Like that Melinda. One of our new ambassadors, Melinda. She's been a OG follower of mine. And she goes after the scammers, her and Jenny, and there's a bunch of other people that literally like my front line of defense that literally go after people that come after me, and better than anybody else that I related to, and it's amazing. So it's a hard lesson, but on the flip side of all that, right? On the flip side of all, I think what it really means is that when you succeed, it really doesn't matter, with the people close to you think. What really matters is that you made that choice, right? You made that choice, and
I did it for me.
Yeah,
I didn't do it for anyone else.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't looking for anybody else to validate me and what I'm doing. I was promoting this shit out. I was promoting everything out because I wanted to. Yeah. I wasn't looking for anyone else to promote it for me. And knowing that and having that in my mind, I was going to succeed anyway.
Exactly.
And as you know, look where I am now.
Yeah, exactly. Look at me now.
Look at me now.
I think the best thing about all of that, right? I mean, that's what I was going to say when we were talking about your story. I was supposed to say, refer back to is that, what we talked about last week. There's 1,000 trainers out there. There's a million lawyers out there. There's a million people out there doing podcasts, right? But right here, just in this room right here, is a unique podcast group, right? Like right here, we have Buzz, we have Tony, we have Ming. It's a unique podcast group, and we're all so successful and an ocean full of podcast people, right? So it just goes to show you that once you make that choice, that you can really succeed. You just have to make the choice and then show up every day.
You have to make the choice. Yeah. And we talked about this. I mentioned about how everybody complains that there's an oversaturation of podcasts that are out there because there's so many of them. But I'm also going to your point that you even said, they're not you.
Yeah.
They're not me. They're not Tony.
Yep.
Everybody's going to bring something different to the table. So not every podcast is going to be the same. So I'm interested. Like, please, if you're going to have a podcast, do it.
Yep.
I'm telling you right now. If you have that thought that you want to do a show, do a show. You have something to say it. Everybody wants to listen to what people have to say.
Yeah.
So please, don't hesitate in doing it.
Short commercial break to pay the bills.
For a long time, we were told what a man should be. Strong, silent. But evolution doesn't come from standing still. It comes from awareness, from strength with depth. Kopala by Ben Rose, collaboration with Advice Unfiltered. The evolution of man.
Yeah, my first foray, and I know you did this a couple times. My original the idea was we were going to do a podcast with me and my wife, and we were having this discussion one day because we do date nights every Thursday. So we actually would get dressed up, but we wouldn't go out. We would just stay home. We'd make dinner together, and then we'd get fucked up and have some adult fun. So she doesn't watch, so it's fine. But
I love that. Adult fun.
good time, adult fun, and it's cheap.
And
So
we're
it works
adults.
out.
And we're adults.
Don't go
And
nowhere.
we're adults. We can do that.
So,
There you go.
But we started getting these conversations about how our worlds are different and we see things different. And it wasn't a bad part. It was definitely not saying it was a bad part of our marriage. It was just like a part where we were like, we've been together a long time, and we were just talking about our worlds being different. She's in HR. It's a very strict world in this financial world. I'm in marketing and sales, which, it's just like a free for all of shit. And so we were like, you know what we should do? I'm like, we should do date night. And then what I can do is I'll set up the podcast equipment, but we'll never release the episodes. What we'll do is we'll drink, get a little drunk. And then what we'll do is we'll just talk. I am not going to give the name away in case it ever comes back up, but we're going to talk about relationships and how we view things different. And I said to her, I go, I don't know that anyone will ever listen. I go, but if we film them all one time and leave them out to the world, I think one or two people might change their life. And I go, that's enough for me to do it. And let's just do it. And of course, thank God Chris saved me. And Chris came in, and we didn't have to do that. Which made it much better.
That was good shit.
But look, it reminds me. If anyone's never seen the Gordon Ramsay documentary on Netflix, I just watched it, and I'm gonna be honest. I like the guy. It's fine. I love the guy after the documentary. His story and his wife's story is amazing. But I bring it up because his mother and his father have never eaten at one of his restaurants.
Really?
Until his mother just did fine. His father passed away refusing to eat in a restaurant because he said the food was too fancy. So here you have this kid who grows up on welfare and food stamps and no money, and he finally follows a dream, and you could tell it affects him when he's talking about it. You can see the hurt.
Yeah.
You can see the hurt, and he's trying to not be hurt. And he says, he talks about it a couple times. He's like, what's your biggest failure in your restaurants? And all he says is, my father never set foot in a restaurant I ever owned and ate for something I ever made. Wow. And it was like, and it goes back to what you guys were talking about just saying fuck it and just doing it, so.
You just have to at that point. I had to learn about strangers supporting you over your own relatives or your own friends and your own family when starting this podcast journey 20 years ago, because they really didn't want to support it. If anything, I got that comment, why don't you be a doctor? Why don't you be this? Why don't you do this? Why are you going to start a podcast? That's literally all I got when I started doing this. And then they didn't really want to jump on the journey until they saw how it could be beneficial to them.
Well, yeah,
I didn't like that.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of that, dude. I've got people that have not talked to me in years. All of a sudden freaking want me to do things, and there's a certain few that are allowed to do that. They got good graces at me. There's a few that I don't know where the fuck they get the nerve. Fucking shit. You know what I mean? Where do you get the fucking nerve? Where were you when I was living out of my car eating saltines off the floor?
Audacity.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where were you, bro? You knew I was homeless, and all of a sudden you want me to fucking promote your fucking barbecue shit?
Yeah.
Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck you and your barbecue. Did you ask me to come over for it? No. Did you give me any? No. Fucking no.
You didn't lie.
It is what it is. It is what it is. The best thing about all that. Listen, here's the best thing about all that. Of those ones that we think would stand by us that don't. As it shows you, we can stand up on our own.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the best thing out of all of it, right?
100%.
And it makes us better people because you're a great example. You support our show immensely, bro. And we hung out. This is our second time ever hanging out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In person. You know what I mean? So it just goes to show you that even though that the ones you think would, there's still fucking amazing people out there that do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it shows you that if you just keep putting that one foot in front of the other and you keep just moving forward. I gave my mom this plaque when I was a kid for Mother's Day, which is coming up, by the way. I gave her a plaque for Mother's Day that had a lady marching in a band, playing a thing, and the thing it said, you know, when you start playing at your own beat, when you start beating your own drum and playing your own music, soon everybody else is singing along. And you know, and back then I didn't really think about the relevance of it, but even now, like it's so relevant, right?
It makes sense.
It makes sense. Like the moment you start beating your own drum, you start making your own music. And people might not like it at first, but they will.
Yeah.
You know, the next time everybody's singing your song.
I'm so excited you said Mother's Day.
Yeah.
It just reminded me that now I don't have to give my mom the book that you signed. I'll just give it to her
Give
for
her
Mother's Day.
What you should do for Mother's Day is buy her a Cameo.
The best was somebody asked me. We had a group session and we were talking. I was talking about how successful. You know, I was giving the ambassador group the heads up on like what I think Advice Unfiltered Overtime is going to be and like how the membership thing is going to work.
I like that name, by the way.
Yeah. What?
Advice Unfiltered Overtime.
Oh, it's the best. It's,
I love that. Overtime.
And by the way, we got like sexy lights back here. It's all fun. It's all gonna be crazy. But I was talking about it, and the reality of it comes in that when you're talking about growing anything or doing anything, I think what all of it comes down to is making the decision, which is what really prompts it first, but the consistency. Right? Like you have been doing this for fucking 20 years, bro. Like I can't imagine.
I'm so tired. I'm tired.
But you're getting noticed now. And I think a big lesson for people, and obviously it's for Chris in the book and what he's going through. And we talk about it a lot because, a couple weeks of doing something, a couple months of doing something, 90% of people get rid of their New Year's resolution 30 days after they fucking make it.
Yeah.
So to stick out for something for a year, let alone not 10 years and now 20 years, really speaks volume to the fact that how much you believe in yourself. And I think for the audience, it's important for them to know that you don't know when it's going to happen, but you got to believe it's going to happen eventually, right?
Yeah. That was one of the big reasons why I supported you guys too, because there were posts I have seen, which I do agree with. If you start a show, if you start a podcast, most of them don't make it past episode 10 because they don't have the consistency. They don't have the drive to continue it because they really do see how hard it is to do it. There's so much work that goes into a show, and this leads back to what we talked about in the beginning. So much stuff is done behind the scenes in order to make the show work that you don't get to see once the finished product goes out. You don't see how much I'm reaching out to people to try to make these connections happen. You don't see how much I am putting my foot forward in order to introduce myself to publicists, to introduce myself to managers, to put myself out there at these events in person so they know my name, they know my face. They don't know how much work goes into that. And so when I see people giving up on that after 10 episodes, my first question is, well, were you really serious about wanting to do it? But when I see you guys, you're now in your second season of doing this show. You stuck it out. You kept doing it, and you're evolving. That's telling me right now, it's like this is really what you want to do. You guys are serious about it. You guys love what you do. You connect with your audience, and that's really one of the biggest things. And that's why I support podcasters who have that drive.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of you.
Thank you. Appreciate that, man.
Yeah, bro, we love you.
Love you. No, thank you. No, it's great about both of our shows. Is there's a lot of we show up. Yeah, we knew from the beginning. We knew from the beginning, right? We said, the most important thing is that we show up every Tuesday at 8:30.
Yeah, that was our whole. That was our
goal.
goal.
That was our whole thing, man.
Yeah.
We just need to show up, whether people are watching or not. We're just going to show the fuck up and kick the doors in. And hopefully somebody pays attention.
Yeah.
That's what it was for me too. I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, you know the comment you said about you didn't know if anybody was going to watch. I said that too when I started. I was like, I didn't know people were going to watch or they were going to listen to this show in the beginning, but I'm doing it because I loved it, and if somebody finds it, they find it. They found it. So
Yeah, dude, no, you did it. So I'm gonna interject and ask a question real quick. Out of everybody you've interviewed, right?
Okay.
What's the one interview that when you think about it, you're like, man, that was fucking gold. Like that was it right there.
The Harrison Ford one.
The Harrison Ford one?
It was the Harrison Ford
the
one.
Harrison Ford one?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah?
Because I had no idea what I was going to get into when I got into that. So the story of how that interview happened.
Oh, here we go, baby. Here we go. It's the dirt.
He's interviewed Harrison Ford.
Harrison Ford. I hope he didn't do it. No, it's
So,
Are you on camera there? We're good.
all right. So, story time. Get your drinks out. Get your drinks out. So, we said this pre-show, when you have to get ready for something that is the last minute. I had to get ready for that at the last minute. So, I found out that Harrison Ford was going to do this event for Shrinking in December 24. It was announced. Then they took him off the list, but then they re-announced him because he did another event the same night, so they were able to get him for that same event. So they announced him maybe like 3-4 weeks prior. I was like, okay, they're not going to approve me for red carpet for this now that Harrison Ford's showing up. I might as well just cancel my trip and everything. So I did. I canceled my flight, canceled my hotel room. I was covering the Dexter premiere in New York. I get the email that I was confirmed to cover the Shrinking event, and it was the next day.
Oh,
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And that meant I had to rebook my flight in my hotel room.
Yeah.
I was like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
But luckily I used my miles and points. So it was the same. So I didn't really lose anything. So it was the same thing. So I booked my flight, got there. I got there at 6 o'clock West Coast time. Rush hour traffic. Now, if you haven't been in LAX for a while,
Oh, forget it. Oh, my God.
you have to, when you get out of the terminal, you have to go take a shuttle to get to another area to get an Uber or a Lyft. So that was another like 20 minutes. I get the Uber, the driver gets there, and immediately I said, I don't care what you have to do. You need to get me here to the Writers Guild Theater by 7 o'clock. I don't care if you have to take the back roads. I don't care if you have to not use this map on Uber anymore. Get me here. And immediately he said, I got you. And he literally took me on the back roads. He got me there with 3 minutes to spare.
Love that.
3 minutes to spare. Get there to the theater. I check in, get to my spot. Interviewed all the people from Shrinking. He walks in. I'm seeing him walk down the aisle. And I'm standing next to Hope from Decider. Shout out to Hope Sloop. I love you. She's here, and she's literally saying to me, do you think that he's going to walk the whole line? And I said, I have a feeling they're going to take him off. Because he's talking to Entertainment Tonight and Access Hollywood right now. And I thought his publicists were going to take him off as soon as he got done with the big two. And then that was it. He continues walking. And then he gets to my left, which is People. And I'm sitting there going, and then Hope's going like, you're next. And I'm in my head going like, you better not fucking take him away from me. I want him right now. Don't take him away. Please don't do that to me. So then I beelined it a little bit to his publicist that was standing there. So I was talking to her, and I talked to her about the show, and I loved his interaction with Wendy Malick, who plays his love interest on the show, and she loves her as well. So we got to chatting it up while he was talking to People. So we formed up that conversation. And as soon as he got done with People, she brought him over to me.
Love that.
And as soon as that happened, he gave me 2 minutes of his time. He was absolutely amazing. He is literally the grandfather that you want at the cookout.
Right?
That's literally his attitude. And I loved that man so much, even though my head was going, don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up. Don't fuck it up.
Fucking Indiana Jones.
But we did it, man. I was so happy with that, and he was so nice. You could tell he loves the show so much. And so when you talk to him about it, you just see how much Shrinking means to him. So that was really one of the things that I loved the most, and how I was able to talk to him about how the show resonated with me, especially for someone who has struggled with mental illness as well. To get to talk to him about that was huge.
It is by far, hands down, one of the best shows ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I legitimately, like, I watch it, and I am jealous of you every time you interview the cast. I will pay you money for you to tell them to let us meet them. But, like, every one of the cast is phenomenal.
They're a great crew.
The story is phenomenal. And to your point, like, even the fact that Harrison Ford plays almost like what you would think at this age that he's at, like a lot of what he goes through is probably what most people, not minus what his job is, right? But like, he's going through Parkinson's. He's just in a relationship. It's all new to him. The Michael J. Fox episodes, I mean, stellar. I mean, Michael J. Fox, you got Harrison Ford, who's going through Parkinson's as a therapist, and his patient is Michael J. Fox, with Parkinson's. Yeah. And it's just, you can't help it. Like, you can't help but the even the theme of the show being the fact that a husband and a daughter lose their mother to a drunk driver. Well, technically what they would think is a drunk driver, because guy's just leaving dinner with his wife after a couple glasses of wine. Right. And it's not like a drunk driver kills the wife, and it's about their journey, and then of course forgiving him and letting the guy that killed their wife into his life. And they're all therapists. But by the way, hilarious cast and show. Absolutely. Every show we watch, me and my wife are like almost in tears. But but even though that's like, well, for right now, that's your biggest one. That's right now. I mean, technically, like,
well, what a great start to 2026, right?
Fucking amazing.
I mean, what a great way to start the fucking year off, dude, right? Like, you literally met like the godfather of acting. You know what I mean?
You
like,
win an award, and now you got Harrison Ford.
Yeah, you win an award, you meet Harrison Ford, you're on our show.
I went there too. That was my immediate thought. Right, I mean, you're on our show.
I mean, what an uphill swing.
What an uphill swing, bro, right? Like, that's a big dick energy right there.
There you go.
There it is. There it is.
No, that's cool as shit, dude. Like, I'm very proud of you, man. Like, I
mean, I did have to wash my face after Tiana Taylor kissed it, so there's that.
There you go. Right on. That's even better. Mm-hmm. That's even cool.
I really didn't want to wash it. I had to.
Yeah, no, you should just left it on there for a couple of days. Nobody would have thought it was weird.
Yeah. That's you're at this pinnacle now where obviously, for anyone who doesn't know, you're is the right way to say it, accredited by the Motion Picture Association of America? Okay.
Yes.
So now you obviously have all the hard work you've done, have access to these people and are going to be thought of for interviews for shows, right? That's how it works, I'm guessing.
Movies, yeah.
Yeah, movies. So but go back. Who was the first big one where you were like, holy shit, like, I can't believe I'm getting a chance to talk to this person?
They know who you are.
Oh, that's a good one.
We try on this show
every now and then. That's what always just blows my mind. When I have some celebrity follow me, I'm like, oh my God, they know who the hell I am.
Yeah.
I'm like, freaking.
I get Chris sends it to me, and I get as excited as Chris does. I'm like, I'm like a kid in a candy store. So I can't fucking believe it.
Paris Jackson just started following me.
Yes,
right? Paris Jackson starts following me, and my first initial thought was, oh my God, if her dad was still alive, he would know who I am.
Yes. Well,
it's like
you're like 6 degrees away.
6 degrees.
6 degrees away.
The King of Pop would have known who I was.
I would have just told you to keep Avery away, but that's fine.
That's jeez, you went there. You went there.
I love the music. I love the music.
No,
I love the music.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I'm out of wine right now. I can't comment.
Chris is not like following me anymore.
I'm sorry. Chris calls me. He's like, bro, I'm going to Netherlands. I'm like, no, you're not. No, you're not.
Oh.
No, but like, who's your first? By the way,
point to the red flag hat for that.
Sorry, Paris.
Figures out.
By the way, come on, it's your dad, you know. So, but no, who was your first really like? Who was the one where you've kind of either felt like, hey, I'm doing it. Like, I'm doing it, or like maybe was there one that really just resonates when you look back on your 20 years?
Oh, gosh. I think probably when I started talking to primetime people, like when I first interviewed Taylor Kinney and the cast of the show Revenge when that was on, Scott Porter was another one, Justin Chapman when he was on Shameless. I think when I started talking to those guys, that was when I immediately went, oh, you actually want me to talk to these people. You actually trust my work in order to do this. Because it was still at one point, I was still second guessing myself going, I did not think that I was capable enough to talk to people in that side of the industry. Because when I started, I was mainly interviewing people from the daytime soap community. I didn't think I could handle talking to people from a primetime sector. And then when they started bringing them to me, when they started pitching them to me, that was that imposter syndrome that came in where it was going, I can't fucking do this. I can't do this. And then when you just get into it, it's just the same. It's just a different part of television. I'm good. So that was really it. So I think really when I started talking to those guys, it was, I think that's when I started saying, I can do it. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's funny because that girl that's in Tree Lights.
Yes.
Was
Oh,
in
yeah, she's
Shameless.
in Shameless.
She's in Shameless. The girlfriend of the boy.
Oh, okay.
So we met her.
Yes.
I did a movie with her.
Okay.
So that movie I was telling you about, where I was able to slip in "I Believe in You."
Yes.
She's the girl.
okay. So
She's
the
the love
girl.
interest. Yes, she's the love
Okay.
interest. So she's the one that I'm supposed to remember her name, and I purposely go, What's her name again?
Okay. Now it's clicking. Okay.
Yeah,
there we
yeah.
go.
There was nothing more proud moment of me as your friend when I'm watching Chris like do the scene and like, by the way, it's like a very indie thing, right? So you can kind of get
Yeah.
away with it. You could never get away with it like on a real, you know what I mean, like a big time movie budget.
Right.
But like he looks at it and I just hear him go, I believe in you. And then he turns, I wish a camera was on me. Because my fucking expression was like, what the fuck? He comes and I give him a hug. Oh, you did it. Oh, you son of a bitch. You put your tagline in there.
Fuck yeah, I did.
Oh, it was so
Fuck
good.
yeah, I did. It was
He
so
said
good.
I was coming in and I was going to go ahead and do it.
Oh,
Bro,
dude,
you
it was so
and
good.
It fit the scene.
Perfect.
It fit the
I was like,
scene perfect.
you got this. It's like, you know how you got this? He's like, how? I'm like, because I believe in you. So good shit. So
I love it. I love it.
Yeah. So now is your focus on this stuff, obviously, is it TV shows and movie stars? Like, how does it work, like, of what you get an access
It is
to?
now as far as the movies
Because
go.
I know it was a little bit, it was really TV shows.
It was really focused on TV, yeah.
Are you looking forward to movies? Does it add another element or like?
Dude, I'm stoked.
Hey, it's a good leadway there because he is going somewhere this Sunday.
I was, but I'm not now because
you're
I'm
not
doing
going.
because I'm doing the Nerd
doing
Nexus.
this-
That's
he's doing
why
this- Yeah.
Oh,
I had a prior commitment.
That's okay. I like the other commitment.
The paid ticket commitment.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
That's a good
Yeah,
one.
so-
I like that one.
Otherwise, you would have seen me, but
That's all right.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
it's okay.
There's next year. It's next year.
Well, next year you take us.
Next
Well,
year.
I told him.
Next
I go,
year you will be coming.
Yes, next year we go with you. If we
I
can.
would, bro, just stand behind him and be like, security.
That's
Just,
I'd be able to go, yo, you want to talk to him? Right here.
You would be so perfect for that. Oh my God. Can you imagine? I
Right?
would love it if
I
you were
would-
on there, just basically my wingman going like, no.
No, over here. You want to talk to him?
Over
right
here.
Right here. I'm really good at acting like I know what I'm doing. So if we can, I can make people think I'm part of the thing.
Yeah.
I
This guy
would
looks-
totally
this guy looks like he's
use you
serious
to
about
your.
us coming over there.
I would totally use you to my advantage
I
at
would
that
definitely
point.
do that for you.
We'd have
Oh,
to give
yes.
you like one of those like CIA earpieces so you look official.
Oh, yeah,
you know
dude,
what I mean?
that
Like,
No.
you just be going like this, hold your hand, and go, yeah, over
Oh,
here.
I'm sorry, over here.
No,
Harrison,
over here.
Harrison. Mr.
Over
Ford.
here. Yeah,
Got him. Thank you.
Just fake it. Yeah.
They would totally buy it.
They would too.
They
I'm
would
good at
buy
bro.
it.
Dude, I got into a backstage of a Disney on Ice thing. That was so I'm working at Gold's Gym as a trainer. These girls come in, and I'm looking. I'm like, they're not from around here. Nope. These girls are definitely not from Berks County, Pennsylvania. No fucking way. Freaking, and here they were all Russian skaters that were with Disney on Ice. And the girl comes up to me. She goes, "You should come see me skate." And I'm like, okay.
Okay.
I'm like, where
Okay.
skate? So I'm like, skate where? She's like, I'm one of the monkeys. I'm like,
One of the monkeys.
one of the monkeys on what? And she's like, Disney on Ice. It was the Jungle Book. I was like, oh. She's like, I'm the one that flips on a chair. I'm like, all right, cool. So I go there with my oldest son. My oldest son's like 6 or 7. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to her. Like, I just want to watch the show. I want to talk to her, right? I'm gonna go rap to her. So I literally walk up to security and go, yo, bro. I was like, yeah, and I said her name. I was like, she's back there. She's one of the monkeys. This is her kid. You mind if we come back there?
That's fucking brilliant. That's so good.
Dude, you know why? Security's like, oh yeah, go ahead, bro. I go all the way back, dude. Right? I go all the way. I went past everybody, saying hi to everybody, like I belong there. I went back there. I'm like, yo, what's up?
He said,
She turns around. She goes, oh my God, how did you get in here? I go, what? I know everybody. We're good.
Oh, it's the best. The only time I ever.
Totally used
Only
it.
time
that's
I ever-
amazing. It's
There's
amazing.
no better. I love how you used the kid. It was brilliant. I got backstage to a Dave Matthews concert because I went to PNC Art Center. It's in the woods.
Yeah.
So some girl was like, "We should go backstage." I'm like, "Yeah, how that's gonna happen?" We went a mile back, went all the way around, climbed the fence. Wait, here's the best. We go behind this. Like, I didn't even know at the time who Dave Matthews was, but I loved him now. But it's 96, 95.
Oh yeah, early on, yeah.
We're at the concert, and she just goes, follow me. And she just walks through like she knows everybody. We walk right through to backstage and watch the entire concert on stage, right behind the curtain on the speaker. Watch the whole show. No one says a word to us because you just pretend like you belong.
Yeah.
And then I pushed the envelope when the show ended. It was getting close to an end. We get up to go get food and behind like where they have food. And I open the door. There's about 50 different security guards. And they're like, where's your pass? Bro, no joke. I run through the stage and I jump off the Dave Matthews stage from behind stage and run up the catwalk. And as I never forget, I see her get arrested, and I never look at what's coming at me. I'm just doing this, going, fuck you, you never catch me. And I just felt like 8 people tackle me. And I got lucky because I got arrested. They were like, PNC Art Center, well, originally whatever it was called before had just sold the rights. So
that's right.
So they were like, oh, well, so I'm back there. No idea what to do. This woman's a pro. They go to her, they go, can I see your ID? She goes, I ain't got none. And she's like, and I have my wallet on me, right? And you could see. And he's like, I know you got your lights on. She goes, you can't touch me. You have no right to search me. She goes, I don't have ID. So they're like, what about you? I'm like, I don't have ID.
I'm with her.
I got ID.
Yeah.
I was like, it's fine. Did no idea who she ever was. Hooked up with her, was great. And then a year later, my buddy goes, that was my sister. And I was like, kind of fucked up. I was like, you should have told me, bro. She's like, I just never wanted to bring it up. So it's fine. But
love that.
That is amazing.
Now it's interesting to us because you get this opportunity to interview celebrities, and you definitely deal with this now so much because so many famous people reach out to you. Is it? I'm going to say it's going to be a dumb question, but I think it's important. They're just regular people, right? Like you just get it. Like, is it that what makes it easier that they're just people?
I think if you treat them that way, it makes the conversation so much better because a lot of people go into it starstruck. And don't get me wrong, I get starstruck when I talk to these people. That's a thing. But if you talk to them as not the star, but as the person, they relate to you better. They relate to you more. So
yeah, it's like, and I see people like I geek out when people reach out to you, and then and then it's funny because it's all normal conversations of stuff. It's like,
well, I do have to hold back a little bit sometimes. Like,
I geek out, but I don't.
For both of you, it's got to be so hard.
So when Ricky Martin was hard, I was hard not to be like, oh my God, it's Ricky Martin, and then Freema. Because I'm such a huge Doctor Who fan.
Oh, you are.
Yeah, I'm such a huge Doctor Who fan.
You geeked out about that for
did.
like,
when Freema first started following me, I was like, oh damn, and I literally sat on it, I think for 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't message her, don't say anything, don't do it, don't do it, don't message her, say anything. You know what I mean? Freaking, I was like, I got to. I'm like, she's fucking David Tennant's friend. I'm like, freaking, I love that fucking season, right? And so then I messaged her, and now we're friends.
Yeah, that's great.
So it's all good. Now she thinks I'm a big dork, so it works, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You realize everybody's just people, right?
Yeah, no, it was funny because when her and Jamie Presley both thought I was fake. They thought I was AI, and they didn't think I was a real person. They thought.
Is this the Jamie Presley that Jamie Presley?
Yeah.
By the way, she is one of the coolest.
Yeah, she's very cool.
I met her when I was in ATX. And
Did you?
I did, and we had lunch together. And the first thing I said to her was, "Please tell me how difficult it was for you to say that line in not another teen movie."
Yeah, right. So she actually just came out with a new movie.
She's up for an award.
She's up for an award too. Really good movie. Yeah, really. I can't wait to see it. But she does a phenomenal job. She plays a mom, and I think the kid's autistic.
I think so too.
And there's a whole story behind it where it's probably if I had to guess when we were talking about her doing this role, it was probably one of the most important roles she's ever played. And,
I believe it.
Yeah, and it's like it really because it really hit home with her. Because of her own situation with her own kids, and she really poured her heart and soul into that role. So just shout out to Jamie, you know what I mean, if we can for that whole movie that she's up for an award for. Yeah, she's been a friend for a while.
Yeah,
she's cool as shit.
She was the first really big person. Like, I don't get starstruck by that stuff. Like when I see athletes, I always just think they're normal people. But when they actually, you talk to them and they really are, I always like inside I'm always like, this is fucking awesome. They're like, like, she reminded me of somebody that you would just call and be like, hey, you want to go get a beer?
Yeah.
Like just like that kind of cool person.
Yeah, she's cool. No, she's a cool chick, man.
Is there anybody in that world that you've like shows and stuff like that you ever really, I don't want to say like maybe have a true, like a long standing friendship with, but you ever left some interviews and like you have some people that you're like, oh, like we should stay connected and become a friend through it? Because I can imagine it's hard because they probably do so many of these things, but.
So that's happened before, and I regret that happening.
Really?
Because,
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Because when I learned from that experience is, and a writer from a television show actually told me this, and I completely 100% agree with him. If you're in this business, don't be friends with an actor.
Really?
Wow.
No.
Really?
Don't do it. I was friends with one.
I like how Ming was agreeing, by the way, in the back.
Really? Ming's back there
He's in the
agreeing,
back
huh?
going.
Really?
You know. Don't be friends with an actor. It's not going to end well. Especially it didn't end well. And the story is that this person who I was friends with at the time, there was a lot of backstage shit that happened that I found out about, but I never said anything. They didn't know I knew about it until the person who was involved in it told them that I knew about it. I was never going to tell them that I knew about it.
Yeah.
And he gave me an ultimatum on the phone. He said, you could still be friends with her or me. If you're friends with her, we can't be friends with each other anymore. And the thing I said to him was, well, you don't tell me what to do. So if you're going to give me an ultimatum, here's your answer.
Click.
Blocked him.
Wow.
Wow.
So, yeah, no.
Yeah.
I'm not. And so from that point on, I have friendly, cordial relationships with them.
Of course.
But I don't go out of my way to be like hang out kind of attitude anymore. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it? Do you think it's because of because like you do something different than we do, right?
Yeah.
Do you think it's because your job is actually the interviewer? You have to be somewhat neutral, right?
I think that's part of it. I think
yeah,
it's a big
like
part
you
of it.
have to be neutral, right? Like you can't have a because you're like me, bro. Your expressions are on your face. Your feelings are on your face, right? So I if you work.
I love how you picked up on that.
Yeah, no, it's all right here. Like you can't hide this shit. You know what I mean? Like when somebody does something stupid, it's right there in your face, going, "What are you doing?" You know. So I
That's
think
the August in us.
yeah, right, bro, right. It is. It's the August in us. But the I think for you it's just keeping that you want to not have that non-biased communication, right? Because from your
Absolutely.
field, yeah, because in your field, like you have to have that neutral zone, right?
You have to, and don't get me wrong, you can be a little bit, criticism to them. You have to be a little bit of a critic, but you do have to have that. You do have to have that somewhat bias a little bit. You still
Yeah.
have to have that neutral bias a little
Yeah.
bit. But I had to learn very early that you have to not. You should not have that kind of a relationship with these people, especially once you figure out that stuff that you would probably see. And I'm sorry for the younger folks that are listening to this because you don't know what the National Enquirer is, but for us,
I thought he was going to say something off the charts. Yeah, National Enquirer. I feel old.
yeah. So if you don't know what that is, talk to your parents.
Right,
so,
right.
But stuff that you would find in those kind of tabloids and everything like that, I do know about them, and that's when it was just kind of like I just can't be involved. I can't be involved in it. So I just skate out.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So saying something that most people probably our age only know, how has entertainment journalism changed in the 20 years?
It's
question.
funny you brought that up because I saw an interview with somebody who I respect in the industry a few days ago, and her name is Kelty Knight. She works on E, and I could call out because it's public, because she was asked this same question, and I agree with her. I think it's because a lot of it deals with influencers now. So, and no shade to the influencers, well, all of them, because there are some that I don't like at all. Because
There's a lot out there I don't like, so I got you.
yeah, there are some I
Yeah.
don't like at all because as we talk about clout chasing, there are a lot of them that pretty much are only doing it to chase it. But there are influencers that are actually doing it because they do love the craft, they do love the field, and I respect them and I follow those guys. But I think because they look at the numbers, they look at the followers, they look at the analytics pretty much of what influencers can bring in. So they want to have influencers come out onto a red carpet to do their shtick, which doesn't fit a red carpet. It doesn't fit. It doesn't fit for everybody.
Yeah.
So I don't understand why you want to put those guys ahead of those people who have been in the business for such a long time, who have a degree in journalism, who have been in this business for such a long time that these actors already respect. Most of these actors don't really like the influencers a lot. So I'm kind of just sitting here going, well, if you know that, why do you still want them here?
Yeah.
So
Gordon Ramsay had this. It was part of when the end of that whole series. He launches his restaurant, the one he's going to be known for forever. It's like the tallest building in London, and he paid for it out of his own pocket. It cost him, I don't know, like $25 million or something. But it's a cool story because it's supposed to be like his last thing of like just what he wants to leave his legacy for his kids. And but there's a part in it where they have to promote it, and they're trying to think about and it comes down to food critics or social media influencers. And he has a little bit of a disdain, as you can imagine, for food critics.
So, of course.
Of course.
So his kickoff to promote the restaurant was the top 100 social media influencers. No restaurant, no food crit, like just kids that, but don't get me wrong, like it's great what they do. They go to restaurants and try food and stuff.
Right.
But whoever had the most following, you were the 100 that I got to go to an upscale private event. And it was funny because, it's a marketing thing, so I totally get it. But instead of commenting on the food and tasting it, they pulled back wide, and it was just like 2 hours of this. You know what I mean? Like the whole, like taking a picture of the sushi roll.
Well,
like,
it shows you. There was the Payless did a thing. I don't know if you remember this. Payless did a thing, right? But Meg remembers this, right? Where they took their shoes, their $20 shoes.
Oh,
they
yeah,
went into
the fake store.
Yeah, they made a fake store on Hollywood
this,
Boulevard.
yeah.
Yes.
And they charged $600 for the same $20 pair of shoes. And all these influencers went in there, were like, "Oh my God, I'm getting this pair of shoes for like $600. Look at these. You can tell by the quality of these shoes." And as they were leaving, they were like, "Hey man, just so you know, it's a Payless shoe. It's $20." And all these people were acting like experts on these shoes. Oh, you can tell by the sewing. You can tell it's hand quality Italian. All this shit they were making up in their minds, acting like they were professionals, and they didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. And I think you're right. I think as far as journalism goes, I think it is evolving. I think it's in an evolving stage.
It's an evolving stage.
But I think you have to find that good medium between really good journalism and being able to have that influential thing, right?
Yeah.
So I think it's just evolving is what's going on with journalism.
I don't knock the hustle. I really don't, because they're out there, they're doing their damn thing. And listen, as much as I knock it, I can't hate you for doing it, because obviously you're doing something right.
Doing something right?
Yeah. It's part of the that's why I say, like, I give those people credit, because my son. It's funny. I forgot to tell you this. My son's friends. And my son, it's kind of in the group on the outside, but they got inspired by us doing it, and they started their own food podcast.
Oh, I love
and
that.
they go to these little local spots that the kids go to eat lunch, and they do a food review, film it, and edit it.
That's
Yeah,
genius.
it was
smart-
like it's
it's a
so
smart move.
great.
It's a smart move.
Yeah, and
That's why it's one of the things that I don't call myself an influencer. Okay, don't. I know I got a lot of viewers, I get a lot of views, I get a lot of followers, but I don't sit there and say I'm not an influencer to do anything. Except maybe watch the podcast and vote and watch Buzz podcast.
Yeah.
I may have influenced
It's not
you to
a lot
do that.
to ask,
Not
you
a lot
know what
to
I
ask. Yeah.
So
I will say about, when we talked about red carpets and everything, and I will say that it's so difficult to get interviews on a red carpet. It's so hard, because what happens is if you're ever, I'm trying to use a perfect example. So let's say, all right, so Oscars, right? So let's say you have one battle after another. The cast shows up for that. You're going to see people who are, I don't want to call them under fives, but you're going to see the ones that are not the big stars show up on time. They're going to be the ones walking the carpet, and they're going to be wanting to talk to the most of the outlets. The bigger stars are going to be the ones that are going to show up on Chris time. They're going to get there. They're literally going to get there at maybe 5 minutes before the show starts, doing the photos and everything, doing photo call, and then maybe doing a few of the bigger outlets, and then they bounce out. That's it. So it sucks, because you have these outlets that stay on this red carpet for almost 5 hours, and you don't get a damn thing. You don't get a damn thing. So it's
How do you go to the bathroom?
you don't.
That's 5 hours on the red carpet.
Look at my face. Do you see my face about when you have to go to the bathroom? You don't.
Don't, huh? Because you might miss something.
Yes.
Do you bring snacks? I would bring snacks. I would have to bring
You
snacks.
have to bring snacks.
I would have to bring
There's
snacks.
no, trust me.
Food truck, no nothing.
Listen,
I bring lollipops for all
I've
the stars.
Listen, I've been on those carpets. I've been on those carpets, and you barely get a bottle of water. Barely. It's
That's a lot of work, bro. Under the lights and all that freaking heat and freaking. That's a lot, man. To
It's-
hopefully get an interview.
We had to basically force them to get us water because of that.
Yeah.
Because we had people that were sweating so badly we almost fainted.
So that really puts into perspective again about you getting that interview with Harrison Ford. You know how
we were luckily inside, so we didn't have to worry about it so
but
much.
I'm saying, but him actually showing up.
Yeah.
You know, to speak to you. You know what I mean? Like that shows you, like, you know, all those times that you were there on the red carpet and nobody showed up or nobody came to talk to you. Eventually, that won.
I think that's why, to your question, when you asked me who was the best one that you've ever had, and then why I said it was him, it's because of that.
Yeah.
Because he actually gave us his time.
Yeah.
He didn't have to do that.
Yeah, it just goes to show you at that level what I find as a turnoff of celebrities, and I can't understand their life and what they go through with the not having the family time and private time because everything is so out there, but. It's that I always love seeing those celebrities where they go, I remember what it was like when I was where you were at, and I'm going to come give people time.
You know who's like that?
Who?
Austin Butler.
Yeah. Because
Really?
even that 2 minutes of Harrison Ford, he'll never know. Like, he'll never know. But, like, that 2 minutes he gave to you, like, changes so many things for you.
Yeah.
And I think it's a huge lesson for most people to give time.
I don't know that because dude, you watch his speech. That man is so fucking aware.
Oh, he's awesome.
And
Oh,
so
yeah.
humble. Like, he's so aware. And, like, when he made that speech, the biggest thing that I picked from his making his speech, his word speech, besides him making fun of everybody and be like, I just started. I'm halfway through my journey.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I think the biggest thing I took from him doing that speech was when he goes, listen, none of this, I wouldn't be standing here in front of any of you if it wasn't for everybody that casted, that did the filming, that did the camera work, that set up the stage. Like he knows. I don't know. I just think he's aware. I think as much as he might not think about in the future, I think he knows in his mind.
I see what you're saying.
That giving
Yeah.
you that 2 minutes
Yeah.
makes a difference, and I think he's aware of that. Like I think he's
I-
aware of
no,
that.
you're right. I get
I
what you're saying.
loved,
Yeah.
and I
agree.
And I loved when he said about how he found his people.
Yeah.
That was my
Yeah, no, I love that too, man. Like he found he didn't want to act. He thought acting was for nerds.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then next thing you know, he finds his people, right? He found
he
his
found his
did-
people.
Yeah, he did something that was a little out of the box, But I think he's one of those people that he's aware of giving his time to somebody, how impactful that really is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? At least that's what I got from him anyway. I mean, you're the one that interviewed him. So.
Well, that's you interviewed him, but that's what we got. We on the
That's what I said.
outside.
We're on the
That's
outside. I'm outside judging and critiquing.
Yes. So speaking of judging critiquing,
Fair.
what we're gonna do is because we got about a half hour left. So what we're gonna do is let's go now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna guess you're kind of the same. I know a little bit, not a lot about a lot of the movies that are currently out. Or do you?
What about current movies?
Yes.
Some.
Okay, so you're like me. Some. Okay, cool.
Depends what it is.
Fair.
So what I want to do is we'll do the main category. So let's do Oscar predictions.
Okay.
And you can give any feedback you want on any of the top movies. And then thank God Ming pulled up the ballot. Thank you,
did.
Ming. We love you. And then what we'll do is we'll end the show with questions that people wrote in that you can
Okay.
so give you some of the advice unfiltered.
Give me some of that.
Somebody get the advice unfiltered love. So, all right. So the big categories, obviously. Oh, I have one interesting question, but I'm going to say this first. Best picture, actor, actress, supporting roles. Like those are the big ones, right?
Yeah.
So before we get into those big ones, though, I have one interesting question I've always wondered about. And you're in this world, because of the way that the culture has shifted. I don't want to say anything that's going to get me in trouble. But I find that the pendulum swings between sometimes going way too much one way and way too much the other. So this whole thing about everybody being called an actor versus an actor and an actress, right? And all of a sudden lumping people together in the same category. And I wonder sometimes because I bring it up because of the Oscars. So the Oscars are supporting actress, supporting actor, right? So in that world, it doesn't matter to them at the celebrities that the category is called actor and it's men and women, or do they prefer it to be actress and actor? I really thought about that because it was a big deal for some of these award shows to address people as actor, and that was the
that was
term.
it.
That was it. It was a big deal for a lot of shows that were no, now it's just everybody's called an actor, and
Yeah.
I'm like, is it really that? Was it really that big of a deal?
I don't necessarily understand why it is a big of a deal.
I don't either. That's why I'm saying
And
it's like.
I know that there are some awards that are lumping them into one category of men and women now, but I don't really see that for the big ones though.
Yeah,
The big ones are literally still as you can see, an actor and an actress in a leading role, actor and actress in a supporting role. So they have them separated. And honestly, I feel like it should be.
I think so.
I feel like it should be.
I just wondered that because it was in the last few years that it became a thing where people are like, no, I'm an actor. And it's like, but what's the difference really between actor and actress? Like, but by the way, I'm not in that world, so I didn't know if it really.
What do they call it? Like they say, like you call yourself an actor. It's I forget the term of it, but it kind of just lumps everybody into one thing, and I can't remember the name of it. But yeah, I totally understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
but.
so I just didn't know because obviously when I was pulling up this, it was my first thought. I was like, oh, the big ones are still, they have their own categories, which I would think makes sense. But
well, I think if you lumped it together, you'd be dishonoring people's work on an individual basis, right?
Yeah,
like you would, like I don't think women fought so hard to create their identity for us as to lump it in against men again.
And I think,
right?
I think that to your point, I agree with that because a part of me also feels like if you did lump them all together, and this sucks for me to say this, especially being in that world, I think the voting panel will vote for the guy than the girl.
Okay, but it's true. Like but that's what I'm saying, right? Like
that's what I'm saying. Like I think it's like to keep it an even, fair playing ground and let everybody have a voice. And again, I think because women have fought so hard for their identity in that field, they've overcome so much to have that voice.
Yeah,
that's one of the things Jamie said to me that she's fought so hard to have a seat at the table, and when she won her Emmy for My Name Is Earl, she earned her seat at the table, right? But it was something she had to work really hard for as a woman.
Yeah, she did.
You know what I mean? So I think if they lumped it all together like that, I mean, maybe you can have its own category like that and still keep the other individual categories, right? But I think just for women alone, man, like I think you'd be robbing them of their voice, of showing their art and their skill by lumping them with a bunch of dudes. You know what I mean? I think it would take away from everything they work for.
You can even think about it, and I hate bringing it up, but it's also a very true statement. You even think about the years ago when they had that was the Oscar so white hashtag that was
Oh yeah.
That was also a big thing because everybody kept saying, "Oh,
it was whitewashed."
It was whitewashed, and nobody, a person of color had won in any of these categories, or they weren't nominated in any
Shout
of
out
these
to Sinners, by the way.
And shout out to Sinners.
Shout out to Sinners.
The most nominations.
Crushed it.
Most nominations.
Yeah, crushed it. Shout out to Sinners.
He plays twins,
he plays
right?
twin brother. Yeah.
What a duo
They
there.
did it. They wrote it. They produced it. They directed it.
Yeah.
They handed on. It was what a
bunch
great.
of women.
It's definitely going to be a different game now because I pegged him to win for this category, and obviously everybody goes by the Golden Globes, who won the Golden Globes, and then who won the Critics' Choice Awards. But then it shifted when the recent awards the BAFTA awards came out, and then the NAACP, and then the SAG awards that happened, because then everybody thought it was going to be Timothée Chalamet that was going to probably win it because he was winning it previously.
Yeah.
But now Michael B. Jordan started winning for NAACP and the SAG awards.
Timothy just pissed off all the ballerinas and opera people too.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
He just pissed off a whole elite side there of Hollywood. What do you mean? There's something wrong with the opera?
I'm sitting here going like, are you done your votes now? You're probably going to change your votes for Sunday.
Right.
Like, what are you going to do?
Change the vote on that one.
But I think that category is going to be interesting. I mean, they have a really great playing field. I did watch Blue Moon with Ethan Hawke, and he really did a wonderful performance in that too.
He's a great actor.
He's a
tremendous
actor.
Phenomenal actor.
All right, so we're gonna go through the top categories, and look, we have it up, and then so we won't read the 20 movies that are on there, but let's go through. Let's start with Best Picture, and which movie do you think is likely to win? And is there any in Best Picture that you just want to be like, hey, that was great, you should go check that out? Now, I know I'm putting you on the spot to be the expert here, but let's see what you got. So, all right, so Min, could you make that a little bigger just so we could see it? Thank you, sir. So let's look at Best Picture, and I love the way they put it. Yeah, that one works perfect. Until they just, there it is, the ballot sheet.
Oh, awesome.
All right, good, beautiful. Thank you, sir. All right, so Best Picture, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 movies to choose
10
from.
noms.
That's a lot of options. Is it always 10? That's a lot of movies, I feel like. But is there any
that's
on there?
not surprising. No.
Is there any there that stand out to you that you think either going to win or is worth winning?
Sinners for sure.
Sinners is up there.
Sinners is definitely going to be and One Battle After Another. I think is going to
Did you
also
see
be
it?
That's a Leonardo DiCaprio movie, right?
Leonardo
Have you
DiCaprio
seen
movie.
it?
I've seen part of it.
I have. Have you seen it?
Nah.
I don't think it's that great. Now, by the way, the girl in there is like I don't know her name. She's Leonardo DiCaprio's, I think, girlfriend. It's
The girlfriend, not the daughter.
Yeah, she's
Okay,
I mean,
Tiana
she's
Taylor,
like,
okay.
oh yeah, she's everywhere right
Yeah.
now. She's bad.
Yeah.
I mean, that
Yeah.
girl she's amazing.
I told you I didn't want to wash my face when she kissed it.
Oh,
I mean,
bro,
I'm just
she is
saying.
so-
Didn't want to do that.
She's
another one that will like to give people their time.
By the way,
She's one of those people because funny story about that. When I met her, when the red carpet happened and she showed up, she did get there late, but she wanted to talk to everybody. The people who were running the carpet wanted to get us off and said to pack up because she needed to get inside. I didn't do that.
Fuck that shit.
her dress,
I didn't do that.
Her whole look, I
Yeah.
mean, she crushed it.
She looked phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
And I was going like, no, she's still walking down. I'm not going
Nah,
anywhere.
we're going anywhere.
No.
I'm not going anywhere.
Nope.
And lo and behold, cheek. There you go.
What's the worst that could happen?
What's the
You know
worst
what
that
I
could
mean?
happen?
Now,
So I think that's going to be up there. I do agree with parts I have seen. I think the three biggest contenders are going to be Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, and Sinners. I do think I could probably switch out the Secret Agent for one of those.
okay.
But
Hand it. No?
I'll be what. I know this movie has no chance of winning. I really loved F1.
Brad Pitt?
Oh, it was so good.
yeah.
It was.
I should cheer for
F1
that.
was good, but yeah, there's no way.
It's
No,
not
they-
good.
they- Brad Pitt.
There's no
it
way.
ain't,
No way.
But I'm just saying.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah.
I had
mean,
a kid think I was in that movie at Disney. He told his mom to come up and he swore to God I was. He goes, his mom comes up to me. She goes, he's bugging me. He won't leave me alone. Are you the guy in Formula One? I'm like, yeah, it's me.
You say,
Totally,
yeah.
100%.
so me. All right. So,
So you don't think Frankenstein has a chance at all?
No,
No?
I don't either.
no.
And
However,
artistic.
I could probably see it in the craft categories if it's nominated in them, which I do see it's nominated for costume design.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
the costumes are
I
amazing.
do feel like it's gonna win in the craft categories that it's in. So Frankenstein, not in the major ones, but in the craft categories, absolutely is gonna take
Oh,
it.
it's artistic. It's a beautiful.
So
movie.
we go Sinners.
Definitely Sinners.
One battle after another.
One Battle After Another.
Marty Supreme.
All right.
Secret Agent is definitely like one of those that could flip flop one of those
Yeah.
out, and it's probably gonna be One Battle After Another. I think
That's yeah.
For the
as the
home
top
run.
three. As the top
They've been
three.
crushing the
Top three.
awards game. So, all right. So now let's go across. We'll go to actor in a leading role. You know, this is not that bad. Timothy Chalamet, Leonardo DiCaprio, Ethan Hawke, Michael B. Jordan, and Wagner. I apologize.
Wagner Moura.
Moura.
Wagner
Moura.
Moura, yeah.
All right. So
I got to. He was another one I got to interview when I was out there last month. He is amazing. He
he's
is
a
one of
phenomenal actor, bro.
the. He is one of. He's such a nice guy,
Yeah.
and I selfishly want to see him win just because he would be the first Brazilian to win in this category. That's selfish reasons. Who I do think will win this category will be Michael.
I think Michael B.
Michael B.
Jordan.
Yeah.
Michael's gonna win this one.
Yeah, he's on a fucking roll, man. And you know what the best part about it is, like, even his speech at the Actors Guild Award is he thanked everybody, and he really made it aware that it's not a white Hollywood, right? He literally said, I want to thank everybody that's watched me grow up, watched me do this my whole life, and accepted me and brought me into this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was really cool that he said all that. I think really we've just seen the start of the pinnacle of his career.
Yeah.
You know, I think he's like, if I had to put him in a category, he's gonna be directing soon, and next thing you know, he's gonna be like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? He's gonna be out there knocking out movies left and right, bro.
He's one of those rare. He's one of those rare generational talents. Like I always think of.
He's this generation's Denzel.
Oh,
Agreed.
that's a good
Yeah.
one.
Agreed.
Yeah, he's this generation's Denzel.
I
Like
can
that-
see it.
Yeah, like this, like he's unstoppable right now. He can pick any role he wants, and it's gonna be fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that this person's a movie. Like I don't think of him as I just think of this guy's a celebrity who's another one of those like ridiculously talented people is like Jamie Foxx. Like
Okay.
I look at him.
Okay.
He can sing. He can act. He could stand up. Like I'm not saying he's like the Denzel Washington or Michael B. Jordan, but I look at people that are uniquely gifted and every fucking thing they touch, I'm like that guy.
He's just saying that because he met him.
No, we tried. We've got. I can't even tell him. Chris knows. I almost
Just throwing it out
we almost
there.
had a fight
He
with him.
met him.
Just got a fight with him in 3 different locations over 3 days in Miami Beach. And
So funny.
I won't
He
even-
did well. I loved him in Ray. I will have to
Yeah,
admit.
Ray was good.
Ray was amazing.
Yeah,
Ray
then you
was
realize
good.
he played the piano and sang. You're like,
Yeah.
so
It's a whole different.
All right,
beast.
so we got Michael B. Jordan. Who do we got for actress?
actress in a leading role. So we have
oh.
Jessie Buckley, Rose Byrne, Kate Hudson, Renee Renevies. Is that how you say it? Renvies?
Renvies.
And Emma Stone. By the way, I'm just going to say now, I don't know if she'll win, but I fucking love Rose Byrne. I
love
she's
Rose Byrne, too.
hilarious.
I love Rose Byrne.
And I just think she's great in what she does. I'm not necessarily she's
You
going
know
to
what's
win.
interesting? I think this one will be a tough one. I think it's going to be between Jessie Buckley and Kate Hudson.
I agree with that. I think Jessie Buckley did phenomenal in Hamnet.
Yeah.
And then Kate Hudson singing her own songs.
Dude,
Like-
I love
She's
Song
amazing.
Song Blue.
Yeah, like her and freaking Hugh Jackman in that were just amazing.
I think she could take this one.
Yeah,
I think she
yeah.
should take this one.
Yeah,
But
you know, and if I have to say the super song and all that is Emma Stone. No, forget. I'm not sure she wouldn't take it home, but she could come out of nowhere.
Yeah,
She-
that
in
would be
in
a
that role she
mad
did.
upset if
That
she
would be a
won
mad
that
upset.
category.
I mean,
That would be a mad
yeah.
upset.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we'll do the two supporting roles, and then we'll go to Q&A. So actor in a supporting role, Benicio del Toro.
I love him.
I can totally look like him all the time.
Do you?
He is amazing.
He's
I
amazing.
love
He's
him.
so all right. So Jacob Elordi,
Jacob Elordi.
Delroy Lindo, Sean Penn. By the way, craziest fucking character ever of a movie I've ever seen.
for
my man.
Stellan Skarsgård?
Stellan Skarsgård. What do you think? So we're leaning on you. It's so hard. Look, it's so hard for me not to say Benicio del Toro, Sean Penn because of those movies, but I always look at when a movie splits actors and actresses, like do their votes split? You know what I mean? Does it hurt them to have more than one person in that role? So, what are you going for? What's your professional? Where are we going as a show?
Jacob might take this one, I think.
You think?
I feel like because he's been getting a lot of attention lately because of Frankenstein,
Yeah.
I have a feeling he might take this one. I could see this being an upset, though, and Sean Penn winning it, though.
Yeah. I
mean-
can see him, that and then paying an homage to him.
But is
Yeah.
it really? Is it? I hate to
He's
say
getting,
this.
he's getting up there in age too, so I can see that.
I
like, you know,
I think people
Yeah.
are going to pick Jacob for this category, but I see Sean taking it.
Is it really an upset if Sean Penn wins anything?
No, absolutely
You know
not.
what I mean? Like,
Absolutely not.
By the
Not
way-
for us, but
Yeah,
I
in
know
this
people
category.
are
that guy's so
expecting.
jacked, by the way.
Bro, it's so great.
Like,
He's-
he's still in phenomenal shape. That guy.
Yeah.
All right, so you can finish off our last category there, sir. Actresses in a supporting role. Why don't you give us a rundown?
All right, we got Elle Fanning, Inga Lilius.
You don't want to try to say that name?
Well, Inga Ib's daughter Lilius, Amy Madigan, Wunmi Mosaku, and Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor. I don't look. I get.
There
all
are a
that.
lot of people that says she should not win that category, even though I said she should win
She's
that
on fire,
category.
that girl.
But the other thing is, I could see Amy Madigan winning it, though. I think
Weapons.
Amy Madigan might win that
That
one.
was a good movie. They're making weapons too, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, Josh Brolin was good in that too.
I liked Amy Madigan in that role, and I think she could take this one. I think she might be the one out of that one.
Amy Madigan. We'll go with Amy Madigan.
All right, so to recap, we're gonna go for movie. We're gonna go with we're up one battle after another, right? We're gonna go actor in a leading role, Michael B. Jordan. Actress in a leading role, where do we land? Kate Hudson or Jessie Buckley? What do we land on? Jessie.
I
Which one?
think if I'm gonna have to pick one of the two,
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be Jessie Buckley. But
Jessie Buckley, you good with?
Kate Hudson.
Okay.
We'll
Well,
go
there-
Kate.
no,
We're gonna
good.
go Kate.
Actor in a supporting role, we're going Jacob.
Yep.
Jacob or Sean Penn, but you got to pick one. You can't float.
I think it's gonna be Sean Penn that will win it.
Yes,
Okay.
Me too.
Sean Penn. All right, I'm going outside the box. I go Jacob.
Yeah, because Frankenstein's gonna win. You know, hair.
Oh,
makeup.
for
It's
sure.
gonna lose,
All that
yeah,
visual
effects
It's
stuff.
gonna lose all. It's gonna win all of it because there really wasn't that many movies with visual effects this year.
Right.
That had that.
They're shot like that.
Yeah, those camera
Yeah, it's
angles.
definitely
that,
gonna take those
you know what I
categories
mean?
for
It's
sure.
definitely gonna take
And what?
those
And I
categories.
forget what is the director's name. He's probably actually. What is the?
Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah, Guillermo del
Oh,
Toro.
he directed it. Oh, okay,
Yeah,
good.
Same one as the Pan's Labyrinth and freaking.
Yeah, so it has that aesthetic to it.
Oh,
Yeah.
he has this. He brings this almost like a goth Spanish.
He's always
feel.
been that way.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a gothic Spanish feel to it. Like it's like this
Yeah.
it's great. I love his stuff. I love his movies.
He's very good.
I wasn't a big fan of Frankenstein though. I was a little disappointed in that.
That's fine.
That's fair.
Well, it was
But
just-
most of his stuff, yeah.
yeah, well, if we get, but it was just you know I thought there would be more action and more funny.
I get it.
You know what I mean? Especially because the opening scene, like you see, like he's fucking shit up. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, this is gonna be so good. When he hits that dude and folds him in half, I'm like, oh, here we go. And then it just turned into some talking for.
It did.
Yeah,
No, it did.
Yeah, yeah. Freaking but aesthetically, visually, amazing.
Yeah.
All right, and then obviously actress as a supporting role.
I think Amy's gonna win that one.
Hey, man, I agree with that.
I'm going Tiana Taylor, baby.
All right,
She's crushing it.
cool.
All right, so there's our official Oscar picks of the evening.
It's our Oscar picks for the
Picks,
evening.
That's right. We came through. We picked. All right, sir. Are you ready for some advice unfiltered questions
go.
about your job?
All right, let's go.
All right.
Oh God, he already started laughing. This is
Well,
good.
there's people wrote in so many. All right, so here's a really good. We're gonna ask you. People wrote these in. I think some are hilarious. Some of them are just really quick questions. All right, if celebrities have access to the most attractive people in the world, why the fuck do they still cheat?
So wait, they asked if
they have access to the most attractive people, why do they still cheat?
Yes,
Because they know they can do it.
because they still have access to most beautiful people in the world.
Because they know they can still do it.
but you have to think as a celebrity, there's not a fucking chance you don't get caught. Like the way the world is now,
They know they'll get caught.
screenshots and like people paparazzi. Like, do you really think you're not gonna get caught?
They know they'll get caught.
Yeah.
And I think they're aware
They
they
know
get caught.
any publicity is good publicity.
But I also think it's also going like, that's another thing about the cloud thing, is going like, you know who I am. I feel like that's how they'll be able to continue to cheat. They know they can do it.
Yeah.
They know they can do it.
Why do celebrities date for 3 weeks and then release a breakup statement like they ended a 14-year marriage?
That's not just celebrities. Hold on. I'm going to do my Chris impersonation. That's not just celebrities. That's actually real life.
That's real life. Yeah.
That's real life. I mean, seriously, you can't
So
really
funny.
lay that on a celebrity. There's plenty of people that only date for 3 days and release a breakup statement.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't really say much about a celebrity.
Well, I
thing.
think it's you know, this I don't want to say narcissistic, but you know, the world revolves around me feeling, right? Like I gotta tell everybody what's going on in my life, because you know, it's like that girl. I saw a girl freaking on
Do you think it's also they're too into themselves? They're going like,
100%.
Yeah.
100%. The actual reality of what they're doing. Like, there's people that set the cameras up to cry. You know, if you get like, oh, you know what I mean? Like, you literally sat there, you set the camera up to videotape yourself crying, and then you edit it and you put it out there for what? You know, so people can see you cry. Like, people don't want to see that shit.
Yeah.
You know,
I love how they want to do that just to garner sympathy. For
dude, there was a
them. It's like,
girl
it's
that
just
was
amazing to me.
driving drunk, ran into a car.
Oh, I saw this.
Did you see this? They
Yeah, I
stopped
saw
her,
this.
and she's out there doing a live.
Yes, she
Fucking
was.
doing a
I
live.
saw that. I
And she's
did.
fucking ran into somebody's car, and she's like, "I ain't doing shit." Fucking blah blah. And the cops and the guy's like, "Man, you know what are you doing?"
Yep.
Like, what are you doing? Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
That's been in my feed for quite
Dude,
a bit.
it was funny. I laughed so hard. I was like, these guys are all videotaping her. They're like videotaping her. They're recording her, recording
herself on the live.
And
Yeah.
she's the one that caused the accident because she's drunk. Yeah, whatever.
It was amazing.
It's crazy.
Short commercial
Calm
break to pay
Canine
the bills.
by Native Cuticles. For those anxious moments when shit hits the fan or you run over a cat. Use the promo code AUF for 10% off your next order. Advice Unfiltered and Calm Canine. Almost as good together as peanut butter and pumpkin.
Advice Unfiltered.
I like this one. You being in the world, what is your feeling about so many celebrities being on Ozempic? And here's why. And by the way, here's why we asked the question. Not because I think there's anything wrong whether someone chooses or not chooses to go on the Ozempic or the GLP-1s, right? That's not the bigger point. Ryan Seacrest, Oprah, I just saw the other day. There's a
Oprah,
yeah. First of all, they lie about it, which I don't know why you'd have to anyways now. But do you feel like celebrities are getting too skinny? Because it looks awful.
Have you seen Kelly Osbourne?
I feel so bad for her, bro.
And I know she's going through it. She has the grief and everything like
yeah.
that. And that's the other thing. But I'm also sitting there going, there's no quick fix to basically what you're trying to resolve. I understand what you're trying to use it for, and there is no shame if you want to use Ozempic, but I'm also
Holy shit, that's her?
Yeah. No, listen. I will say something in her defense. Right. She lost her father.
She lost her father.
And she was close to her dad.
Yeah, I'm not.
And I can't imagine emotionally what she's going through. And being in training, just taking Ozempic is one thing, but stress itself alone, not eating and being stressed out, it can make you. And like that also, right?
Yeah.
So I think she just has a lot going on emotionally and mentally. And it really sucks. Everybody's really coming at her like no fucking tomorrow. Like if she posted those pictures, I feel really bad for her because like she even came out. She said, "No, it's really fucked up. I just lost my dad a couple months ago."
She did make a statement.
And you guys are coming at me talking all this shit about me, about the way I look. Like you care. And it's not because you care. You just want to fucking put me down. So I would like to say I just want to say in her defense, man, I know you're going through a lot. I wish you and your family the best. Your father brought me tons of great music, and I loved the show when it was on. Your dad hiding the liquor.
I did watch the show.
Your dad hiding the liquor.
I did watch the show.
You share when they were going cook.
One of the
One of the best stories ever. So I wish you and your family the best. I really think that she just has a lot going on emotionally. I don't think it's all Ozempic. I don't think that's what's going on there. I think she has
a multitude of things.
I think
for
there's
her.
a multitude of things for her that are going on right now, and I just wish her the best.
But I think as far as celebrities using Ozempic a lot, I as you said on the show multiple times when this has been brought up, I don't think anybody wants to put in the work. I think everybody wants to find a solution very fast in order to lose the weight. But you're also doing damage to your body too, because you're also not eating, because it's also curbing your appetite. You're not getting the nutrients that you need. You're not getting everything that you need in your system. I don't disapprove of you using it if you have to use it for health reasons. But if you are using it just for weight loss in itself, that's a problem for me. I don't think that's okay.
So I have clients of mine that are on it, right? And I know people that are on it. The ones that are doing it right are that are doing it healthy wise, right? If you go to get it done right, they see their doctor every 3 months.
Yeah.
They get their blood work done. They check to see if they have to change the dosage. And
they lift weights.
And they lift weights, and they're eating right. They're changing their eating habits.
They're
right?
changing their habits. Yeah.
And I do say this, and I do mean this when I say it, that all Ozempic proved was that whole body positive thing was bullshit. That people were just too lazy to go to the fucking gym, because they wouldn't be on Ozempic now losing weight if that's truly how they felt.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So all that's saying is that you didn't want to take the time and effort to do it the hard way. Right. But I'm not knocking it. Anybody that's on it, I think it's a great way to start, especially if you're obese, if you're overweight, obese. I think it's a great way to get kick started. But again, if you're ever going to do a GLP-1, an Ozempic or something like that, please see the right physician. See the one that's going to check on you every 3 months. Make sure you please check your eating habits and you're working out right.
Excuse me.
Because again, there's people that are getting scurvy, from this, which is an old pirate's disease from not getting proper minerals and eating right. Like their body's not getting the fuel it needs. Your body is a machine, and it needs food. It needs fuel to run.
Yeah.
It needs that things, right? And the thing about the Ozempic, it hits those neurons in your brain that make you not want to eat. And it hits all three of them, right? So even when you do eat, you don't even crave. You don't have. Here's the thing: when your body craves something, when you're craving a food, right? When you're like, I feel like I need to eat this. It's usually because there's something, a mineral in it or a nutritional fact in it that your body's depleted from. You're at your internal organs going, hey, I need to eat this broccoli. I need to eat this. I need to eat these carrots or something like that. So that's your body telling you need to eat that. Well, with those neurons shut off, your body's not telling you that anymore. It's not telling you need that stuff. So that's where the nutrition deficiency comes in. That's why if you are going to do it, make sure you see a proper physician, one that it's actually going to keep a monitor to you and teach you the dietary ways to eat, and make sure you go to the gym.
Yeah, and as we're getting close to the end of the show, the one thing I did tell somebody about it, and it'll wrap into the point I'm curious to end the Ozempic point on, though, is the food industry has hijacked all your food. So it's engineered now. I mean, the spray and the chemicals to shut off those chemicals so you overeat. So when people ask me about it, look, exactly what you said. If you're doing it right, I think it's a tool in the toolbox.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's great. But I think the bigger question for me about it is, do you feel like that because the reason that people take it to the extreme is because the pressure of that industry to obtain a certain look? Or, you know what I mean? So is it like you have to be skinny, you have to be this to be an actress?
So.
You think there's still that pressure?
Yeah.
Really?
I do.
I think it's more of I mean, you would know better than I would. I think he's more of a pressure to look young, right? And he's more pressure to fucking look, younger all the time. I don't know about.
I see that too.
Yeah.
Well, that's always weird talking about the Botox or like when people take it too far.
Yeah.
Or, like some people, like Madonna looks like shit, but then Cher looks fucking
Dude,
great. Like,
yeah,
I mean,
when they showed that side,
yeah,
did my client argument today? They goes, "That's not a real picture of her." I'm like, "Yes, it is.
yes, it is.
That's a real picture of her."
By the way, she was fucking gorgeous. I love Madonna.
10 years ago, she was fucking hot as shit.
Bro, so hot.
Yeah.
So, all right. So before we get off, I was going to end it, and then we'll go around the room as always. All right. I don't know if you can answer these or not because I don't know contractually if it'll ruin anything that you do in the future.
I love how he starts off with that. Look at Buzz's face. He's like, "Wait, what?"
I'm like, wait,
I didn't
I didn't
sign up
know.
for that. Yeah, I didn't sign up
Did
for
I
that.
sign an NDA?
Biggest asshole. I mean,
I
Tony,
delete.
biggest asshole.
for answering that question.
Just saying. You don't have to answer, by the way. This is your profession, your world.
I was prepared for this question actually.
I knew
Oh,
you
nice.
would
I love
because-
that.
No, I was because
People ask.
they have asked and I deleted his show off of mine because that was not a really great interview at all. Michael Showalter.
Okay, good.
Really?
Waiting for you to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, I know you've met a lot of them, but like generally, probably the nicest person. If I said nicest person, who would you think of immediately?
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller.
Oh, he seems so awesome.
Yeah, he seems like a cool interview, bro.
Oh,
Ben Stiller. Yep.
Yeah.
have you ever had an interview go completely off the rails?
All of them.
All of them.
All of them.
Including me. That was 2 hours long.
Have you ever accidentally offended a celebrity with a question?
No.
Oh, I love that.
Ooh,
I
it's
love
No.
good.
No.
What celebrity surprised you the moment the camera turns off?
In what way should I say?
Well, that's a good. Well, yeah, it's a Vice Unfiltered. You can tell us. But do people? Is there a switch where people just become? I don't want to say in a bad way different. I'm guessing just like they
I
shut off
will
the
say
character.
that there are celebrities like when the camera shuts off, they now become who they are
Yeah,
as a
normal person.
as a normal person. So you'll see them because some people like to keep a PC in front of the camera.
Yeah, of course.
And then as soon as it shuts off and they want to talk to me, if they know it's off the record, they immediately just
Like fucking, this is some bullshit.
shit.
they literally become Advice Unfiltered at this point.
Yeah.
They literally are just like, and most of that are the soap stars, really.
Yeah.
And I love that about them because they're the most real. And I just sit there and I'm going like, yeah, I felt that. So they're
awesome.
I think they're the most real.
Okay,
I love
and
that.
the last question, I think this is the last two-part question. I think this would be a good way, and we'll wrap the show up here. 2026, what is your next goal, and who is the next big person you'd like to interview?
I thought about the second part of that a lot. I think the first one I would just love to do, at least for me, the goal is I would love to do a live taping. I would love to do a live show. I would love to have an audience in front and just do a live podcast recording.
Okay.
Fuck yeah, bro.
That would be huge for me.
Okay.
I would love it. Who would I would like to
By the way,
have?
before you finish the interview part, the reality of the fact that the three of us could do it together and maybe can make a connection with somebody that you would want to interview.
I
and bring
didn't
along.
even contemplate that as an idea.
I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just saying. We could, I know all of us are like, hey. Like,
That
you know,
didn't look believable. Just saying, you got working acting, bro.
think about that.
I didn't really have any idea of doing that at all.
Association of America.
Just
going
saying.
Me?
So, yes, who's the? It could be.
I mean, listen, I'm not the one that's sitting here back here. If I had an award back here,
Yeah,
I'd just
I mean-
pull it up and go like,
Yeah.
award winner.
Award winner.
He always
Award
wants to
winner.
go,
You should have brought it with. That would have been great. All three of us sit here like this.
"Oh, see you next time, even
Yeah,
think
next
about
time,
it."
dude. Next time, you got to bring it with. All
He
three of us
always,
sit here.
he always laughs at my videos, and I'm like, "Advice Unfiltered," and I duck my head and I go, "Award winning."
Everybody. Yeah.
I made fun of you for that. And
Yeah.
go like,
So
it's
funny.
like I'm putting it
Course.
over here, and I'm going like, huh, by the way, me too.
Yeah.
So
All
funny.
right, and guess you'd want to. And who's the next big one? It doesn't matter if it's realistic or not. If you had this shot in the dark, who's the big one you'd want?
Jennifer Aniston.
Bro, so good.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston.
Nice.
Yeah.
She's another one that seems ridiculous. I mean, beautiful,
It's
talented.
like I'm
everyone
so
seems
close
like you're
because
so
I was
friends.
at an event of hers,
Ugh.
and I literally saw her, and I was sitting in the audience, and she was literally like feet away from me, and I'm sitting here going like, but why?
I know.
So close, but yet so far.
So,
Still a goal.
My ex-wife's name's similar to that, so when I would call to make reservations for somewhere, and I'm like, Jennifer Aniston? I'm like, no, it's not. No,
No.
it's not Aniston. No,
No.
But if it gets us a better table, it might be.
Yeah,
I
right?
mean, listen,
Hey.
I'm about it.
All right, so as we
Aniston's
bring the
awesome.
show to a close, first off, our man Ming in the back. Ming, how'd we do tonight?
You guys are great. So good that I went an extra half hour and didn't even feel it.
you
So,
know,
I didn't realize it was 10:30
great job,
already.
guys.
Yeah,
Great job.
so I appreciate you as always, and thank you to all of you. Have it looking at the bottom. We had the ticker on the bottom, so if you're looking to help us vote, that is the actual link that you can go help us vote. I'll go next, then we'll give it to you, and then we'll let Chris close as always. From the bottom of my heart, I thank you guys as always. I thank you.
Thank you.
You have been such a huge supporter of ours. I mean, I cannot tell you how much you genuinely do it, and we cannot tell you how much we genuinely appreciate it. And
100%, bro.
we talk about it all the time. Our goal, to grow the community, but also is creators supporting creators.
Yeah.
Shout out to we talked about it earlier. Shout out to the Donut Daddy. Like, he still likes our posts and shares stuff. And
Let's
like,
think about that. So we had the award-winning TikTok guy on,
Yes.
and the award-winning
Award-winning,
Buzz.
yeah.
See, we're
Look at that. Look at that.
So shout out to the new Advice Unfiltered Ambassador Group, who's part of our show. And we're finally coming across the finish line of putting together the Advice Unfiltered overtime thing, which I think people have been waiting for, and is going to be awesome. And before I hand it over to you so we can figure out where you are, what you're going on, what you're doing, where we can find you, don't forget, we only have a few more days to vote. So you can go right on the link. I'm telling you, this is not a fucking exaggeration. What, 5 seconds?
Yes.
You put
Yeah.
vote, click, submit,
Vote.
done. And you can do it every day. And Chris says it, and I know he'll say it again. It's really not about us. The show is you guys. So let's fucking take this award home.
Yeah, it's all been an award together.
So, all right. So where can everyone find you? What's going on next in your career? Like, what do we need to know about, the future for you and the show?
Gosh, man, there's a lot going on, guys. So you can find me on Spotify. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me pretty much any podcast platform that there is. And I got some good stuff cooking right now. I'm finishing up South by Southwest interviews. I potentially may have something in the works for the new AMC show, The Audacity, starring Billy Magnuson and, gosh, his name, Simon Helberg. There we go. And that's potentially coming up. We got some interviews that I already posted that I'm going to post in full from the new Prime show that's premiering tomorrow, which is Scarpetta, that stars Nicole Kidman. And
That's awesome, bro.
and then also
It's fucking cool.
that guy over there, Chris David.
Yeah.
That interview drops on Monday, the 16th at 9 a.m. on Spotify. Make sure you check it out because our show is participating in Podcastathon, where podcasters from around the world are raising awareness for charitable causes, and the one I chose was for the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and I was very happy that I got to do this show with him to talk about that. So make sure you guys check it out.
All right. And as always, as we bring the show to a close, the man in command himself, Christopher David. Bring us home.
I don't know how to follow that up, bro. Buzz did such a good job there. First off, thank you very much again for being on our show, for being a huge supporter, for letting me on your show and letting me talk about mental health. So that's near and dear to my heart. It's what drove me into the social media field and everything else was because I wanted to show people that mental health was important, and if I could overcome anything, they can too. So thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you for being on the show. I'm excited to watch where you're going, bro. I'm excited to see where you're heading. I know it's gonna be huge this year for you, so that's gonna be fucking awesome. What a great show, everybody! Right? What a great show. What a great guest. We couldn't be more thankful for everything we were going. Again, please don't forget to vote. If you take anything from the show, I'm gonna bring it all home here and just say, if you take anything from the show, you see three guys here, man, that chasing their dreams. They put one foot in front of the other. They know the competition's high. They know that there's people out there that don't want to see them succeed. That people is like, you're doing a hobby. This is never going to amount to nothing. And here we are, 3 award-winning podcasts sitting right here together, sharing our lives with you. And if you can take anything from this, man, then take it from just show up. be consistent with it, right? Just show up, be consistent with the whole thing. And if you really, really choose and you feel that nudge in the back of your head saying, I want to do this, but I'm scared, I want to do this, then fucking jump, man. Fucking do it. Because right here you see 3 good examples of that. You know what I mean? Like, you know, but against all the odds, here we are. Mr. Man, you know, interviews Harrison Ford, you know, and has this great conversation because he took the opportunity when it arose and he saw it and he jumped. So if you take anything from this, just take that leap, you know, chase those dreams, right? Don't forget about the voting. Don't forget about the book coming out, The Best in You. And no to the person that just said you're going to chat to me later. You're not talking to me. I don't have WhatsApp. I don't have Telegram. You are not chatting with me. Okay. Whoever's messaging you saying, hey, chat with me. There's no management group.
By the way, don't mean to interrupt. By the way, don't be dumb and fucking. He's right here. He can't be chatting with you.
I didn't message you shit.
I didn't mean to cut you, but there was something a lot of people asked. I wanted to make sure people got out.
All right.
The show itself, the cooking show. They want to know how, like, will it be once a week, once a month? They want to know how to do it. They want to know.
Yeah, so the cooking show, we're going to do it live for the first couple episodes, and then it's going to be on YouTube, like we do here.
Okay.
It will be weekly, but we're going to bang out 8 episodes as quick as possible. So we did here.
Bank, yep.
Yeah, we put stuff in the bank, so we're going to bang out 8 episodes as quick as possible, and then after we get those 8 episodes put in the bank. And then we're going to expand and have guests on and the whole thing. The idea eventually is also to have that be a traveling show where we can also show up in restaurants, celebrity restaurants, and we can have them show how to do stuff. And again, the whole idea behind any of this is we want to show that cooking's fun, it's easy, you know, and that it's a great way to create a great habit to get healthy. Is that and your fitness path, right? Because you are, at the end of the day, you are what you eat. So, and then again, the Hardcore Synergy app's coming out soon. We got another photo shoot this weekend, taking care of that. So just keep an eye out for the Hardcore Synergy. To the ambassadors again, welcome. I'm very honored to have you all here. I can't wait to see you guys become heroes in your own life. And yeah, I mean, that was just an amazing show, right?
Awesome.
Shout out to everybody. Listen, I mean this in the bottom of my heart. I've had people come and go in my following feed lately. I just and it made me think, right? So I was sitting a week ago.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, I lost like 6,000 followers or something like that on Instagram out of nowhere, right? And it bothered me, right? And I'm saying this because I want people to see, people to know that you do step back as you go forward, right? So I lost 6,000 followers, and I was feeling down about that. I was like, fuck, I wonder why these people left, right? I wonder why they're not following me anymore, right? And then we did the interviews with the ambassador people, right?
Yeah.
And the one thing they all truly said, every single one of them, is they were having a bad day, and they saw my good morning, and they saw me say, I believe in you. And the one even said she hated me for it at first, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I hated you for it. She's like, I saw you say I believe in you. I was like, fuck you, you know? And then she went back and watched it again. Other videos of mine kept popping up. And then she realized that her animosity towards me wasn't about me. It was about her belief in herself. So I just want to say that I'm telling you this because it's not about the quantity of people that you have around you. It is about the quality of people that you have. And it's about, you know, making that difference. And even if it's just one person that you see on your feed that or watching your show or that you talk to that day that you help inspire to be different, then you fucking are a hero and you did your job. So I just want to say that. So anyway, so thank you guys very much for following. As always, we believe in you. We believe in the best in you. And just in case nobody told you today, the world is a better place because you're in it. And this is Advice Unfiltered with Chris and Tony and Buzz Nave. Woo! Woo! Boom!
All right.